Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sporty stream. Hopefully everybody's doing well. My name is Sporty FC, and again, we've seen some pretty insane action tonight already. If you guys were here earlier today, you would have seen Seagulls sweep Capybaras. Now our next match will be a League Splash Series match. That one will be between Mach 10 Untitled Esports Red and what will be a best of 5. That'll be our only Splash Series match tonight. It'll be a part of the Surge Cup. Then we'll move on to LOS Champs with X35 Sky Blue and Miyagi Do Gang Freeze. And then end off with the Black Lotus Fall Open up brought to you by the Ascent Tournament Series with Nola Flight Pathological Flyers and Thrifty Ascent. Again, welcome in everybody. Should be some pretty exciting action as we got our first match. I guess our second match tonight technically will be Mach 10 Untitled Esports Red. We'll take a look at this one right here. Untitled Esports Red have a full roster of 6 players. Get a reminder, Splash Series is the only league where you actually can have 6 players. They have 6 players and a coach again. That's why that's getting filled up so well. Again, they have filled up the actual limit of teams and players that I can have on a roster at 80 points on this stream, and it is again 7 if you include all those spots. Again, that is Untitled Esports Mach 10 though, with Verified leading. We've seen these teams before. The last time we've seen Mach 10, I believe, was when they played Unknown Skyberg. Was in the quarterfinals last season. Back in June. Last time we've seen Untitled Esports was, I think, the end of last season when... Oh, sorry, no. Was it? I think I might be wrong. And we saw Untitled last season, I think, in the first round where they lost to Strikers of Chaos. So that was also only a couple months ago. Oh, we're actually getting information here. It actually feels like the match might be misscheduled here. They were supposed to schedule for 8:45. Apparently, it was actually at 9. Oh, dear. Well, that's going to be interesting. I might just end the stream here and things back up again. Again, we are going to see what's happening. These teams might actually get their series started earlier than expected. We'll see, though, as I tell you, the match for Mach 10 actually will be Frosty Snow Razor J-Ro. J-Ro is actually going to be their captain here. He used to be the captain before. And we are going to see what's happening here. I think we're going to have our match actually rescheduled to 9 here. Again, they accidentally booked me at 8:45. Whoopsies. We can still make 9, though, if that's what we're going to have happen. If so, we'll go to, we'll actually end the stream. We're going to start it up again, if that's what happens. But we'll see what's happening here with these teams. As, again, this should be a pretty exciting match. It will be, again, a best of 5. We'll see what they say. Again, we will get things started. We're actually going to get that prediction poll out for these teams. If they do show up. If they don't, we'll end the prediction poll. We'll restart it here. As, and Mach 10, Untitled Esports. Mach 10. I only want to know Untitled Esports are 0-1. Some hair's getting in my eye. That's great timing for that. And we'll be waiting on these teams very soon, as my hair is now a mess. 1 second. There we go. Again, we'll get these teams in very soon, as we can. Again, we're going to just need to figure out what time they actually want to have their match. And if it is at 9, we'll go for 9. If it's at 8:45, we'll actually be starting up in just a few minutes. And we are just waiting on these teams. As soon as they give confirmation on when their match is going to start, we'll be ready for it. And apologies on this, we had a bit of miscommunication on when the match actually was going to start. Still trying to get info here between these teams. Both teams did get lobby info, so we're gonna see if they actually do join in. If not, we might just keep chatting with you guys, honestly. I don't have a problem with doing that. We're just waiting on these teams here. And for some confirmation, again, your predictions out. We might keep this prediction poll, we might reset it. See what happens here, as love to see people voting for their favorite team to win. Again, this is week 2, by the way, so both these teams have already had a week under their belt. And Mach 10 won. They won in a game 5 against Omega Dynasty, which is a pretty strong team, actually. As for Untitled, I think they lost in a sweep. Yeah, they got swept by 135 Ignite. Another really good team. Ignite's actually very strong, so. Untitled Esports still kind of on proving grounds when it comes to how they're going to play in this, how they're going to play it over the season. They are a Surge Cup team, but they're considered one of the weaker Surge Cup teams. They've had their struggles being successful last season. Again, I think they didn't even get past the first round of the playoffs, so that was a loss to Strikers of Chaos, who aren't even actually a team anymore, so I don't know what we're going to see from them. But Mach 10 have been a team for a while. They have a lot of chemistry. They're a strong team as well. I think, yeah, making it as far, I think, as the quarterfinals last season, so I know these guys definitely have what it takes. I think they did lose in the quarterfinals, though, to Unknown. And again, it seems like our match will actually be at 9. As again, we are going to see if we can get these teams in to the lobby as soon as possible. If not, we'll have it at 9. I'd have no problem with it being at 9. We can start early. We don't have to worry too much. Again, our next match won't be for an hour after 9 anyway, so we'll have easily enough time to get through it. As again, Mach 10 are the heavy favorites in this matchup. We'll see what these teams are doing. It seems like both these teams are available, but we'll see about that. They may not actually want to join. They may want to actually have the match at 9, as they apparently they agreed on 9. It just was booked incorrectly. So if that's the case, not a problem. We can always start. We can start 9 anyways. I don't have any issues with that. As and we're gonna get into this match very, very soon. We are actually at 8:45 here, so again, we'll see. If we don't get them in soon enough, I'll actually reset the prediction poll and we'll have it go up about 5 minutes before match start time at 9, if that's what is going to happen here. Yeah, thank you all so much for being, like, patient. It's not easy. Again, we have a good amount of predictions going in. Again, if the predictions don't actually go through, not a problem. We'll get things kind of sorted out for you all. And stick around if the prediction does get closed here. We can always reset it. Again, Mach 10, Untitled Esports. Just waiting on any info from these teams. And our match is technically past match start time, but again, if they both agree on 9, I can personally wait for that time. I can wait for that. I have no problem with that. You expect that all these the last few matches tonight will all go kind of one after the other, so it won't be too much of an issue. Again, Mach 10 playing Untitled Esports in a best of 5 for the Splash series. Again, Mach 10 are the heavy favorites in this. I would have them as my favorites as well to win this matchup. Untitled Esports, they haven't won on the stream yet. Maybe they can turn things around for them here against a really strong opponent. Again, it's only week 2 of I think what is a 7-week season, so they got a lot of work they have to do. They got a lot of stuff they have to complete. It is not going to be an easy season for them. They got a lot they have to push here to get into those playoffs. Again, groupings for the Surge Cup are pretty favorable, or fair, I would say. There's no better group or worse group. And you're in a group of 8, you gotta be able to do well in that group of 8. Unknown Esports are in, where's that group? They are in Untitled Esports. They're in the same group as Mach 10. They're playing against all the other teams in their group. They've only played Ignite so far. And 35 Ignite's very good. So again, I don't know if that's gonna change anything. We'll see though. As again, we're gonna get this match on the way, hopefully very soon. Again, by very soon, it could be 13 minutes from now. But again, we haven't heard anything from them, which makes me assume that it's going to be at 9. If I haven't heard anything from them, I'm assuming it's going to be at 9. Meaning we got a lot of time. You guys want to keep chatting? If not, I'll probably actually go off to a quick break. I'll be back very soon, and that's going to be how it works. So, again, let me know if you guys have anything you want to talk about. Because I am going to, again, go to a quick, like, 4-minute break or so. I'll be right back very soon afterwards, don't worry. Because, again, my assumption is that we are actually going to be playing at 9, as it seems like these teams have already agreed on that. Yeah, it seems like it will be. Again, we'll be back after a quick break. Welcome back, everybody. So again, we had a quick break. We're already back. So, again, I'm sure if you guys were already listening, I already told you about this match, Rocket League Splash Series Surge Cup. Week 2 with Mach 10 Esports and Untitled Esports. If you weren't here, don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. We're still on the pre-show. Yeah, this match was originally booked for 8:45 p.m. Eastern, which is actually 7 minutes ago. They have now told me it's actually supposed to be at 9, so ready for it. I think we're ready for what's to come here for this one. Take a look at our schedule here. We did update it during that quick break, and we've already seen Seagulls capybaras, which Seagulls were able to win 3-0. Mach 10 taking on Untitled Esports Red. Then we'll have 135 Sky Blue, Miyagi Gang Freeze, and then we'll end with Nullified Pathological Flyers and Thrifty Ascent. A lot of action today. A lot of action. A lot of good teams that are ready for their time in the spotlight. As again, we are just getting things set up here for this match. A lot of the info has already been sent out for them a while ago. So again, we'll be having them join on in very, very soon. Again, thank you all so much for being really patient with me here on all the scheduling issues we had this night, but fortunately, again, that they have been, that they haven't been all that major. We haven't had to worry too much. So look at the lineup again. I don't know if you've already seen the lineup. Well, here you get to see it again and again. I'll repeat myself with the fact that Untitled Esports Red have actually filled up every single spot that's possible on the lineup, having 6 players and a sub. This is the only league that allows you to have 6 players on a roster. Untitled Esports Red are one of a very few select teams that actually have a roster of 6. Most teams will have anywhere from 3 or 4 players. Most have 4, but again, they're one of the few that has all 6 spots filled. Another one that you're going to see actually very soon that will have 6 spots filled is Rick Rollers. Again, with 6 players. No coach though, meaning that, and they have, again, that means Untitled Esports have kind of beat on the number of spots filled. When it comes to having all 7 spots filled, I think they might be the only one. They're not the only one, actually. They're not even the only one in the Search Cup. Starlight Esports also have 7 spots. And same goes for Untitled Esports White. Actually, both Untitled Esports teams have all 7 spots filled. Omega Nebula also have all 7 spots filled. And there's these teams, a lot of these teams have a lot of spots filled. So again, there's 3 teams that have all 7 spots filled. There's a couple more that have 6 players, but no coach. So again, it's a weird, interesting situation to be in, but well, that's what these teams are doing here. As I promised, we are going to actually reset the prediction poll, so none of you lost points. You can bet on them again. Again, it's Mach 10 Untitled Esports Red. Again, for Mach 10, I will say one thing that we're going to have to know about is that Frosty actually is an in-game name. Yeah, he's called, so Frosty's in-game name is Charge Zeus. I'm assuming he still goes by Frosty. That's what happened last season, is that we went by Frosty. I would assume we're doing that again. Again, Frosty's a pretty common name, not surprised to see him have a kind of a different in-game name, but it does happen. It does happen from time to time where people have completely different in-game names than what they go by officially. Again, yeah, we're just gonna get these things set up again. I also forgot to mention again, Mach 10 are 1-0 win coming against Omega Dynasty, whereas Untitled Esports are 0-1, getting swept by 135 Ignite. Ignite's a very good team, so I'm not too surprised to see that happen. That's Kagura's team, and we've seen Ignite on the stream before. They're very strong, so not too surprising. Untitled Esports again are a team that have not really proven that they can that they are a super playoff ready team. So last season again, they lost the first round of the playoffs to Strikers of Chaos, so they have a lot to prove here this season, and most of it is just to prove that they can make the playoffs and they can be a strong team. Mach 10's a really tough team to play against though, and so you really have to play well against them. So if they can take down Mach 10, they can take down basically anybody in this league. That's going to be if they take down Mach 10. Chances again, the prediction is probably going to go against them here. Most people would expect Mach 10 to win this series. The prediction bowl is now up again, so what do you think on who you think will take it? Mach 10 or Untitled Esports Red? The Mach 10 actually are in the lobby. We're just waiting on Untitled to see what players they'll have joining us here for this best of 5. Reminder as well that on our schedule, next series after this will be a best of 7 actually for LOS champs. Next 35 Sky Blue and Miyagi Gang freeze. That'll be a best of 7. I'll go back to a best of 5 with Pathological Flyers, Thrifty Ascent for the Ascent Tournament Series, Black Lotus Fall Open. Again, we are approaching that match start time steadily here. They should be joining any moment now. As, again, we're not too far away. As, in fact, actually, the whole roster, I think, is ready here for them. As they're going to have Doozy, Koto, Blackjack. I think that was the roster they did say that they wanted. As well as these teams, I think, are ready. We can start early for them. I know these guys have asked about starting early. We can definitely do it. But we'll do it here. Why not? Again, you're not really going to miss anything if you join in late anyways. So we're going to go into game 1. Again, these teams are ready. So here we go. Mach 10, Untitled Esports Red. Best of 5 here in the Splash Series. And, these players definitely have a lot to show here, especially Untitled Esports. Last season, again, it did not end very well. It ended right in the first round of the playoffs. That was on the stream. That's why I remember it. I believe that they lost in a sweep in that round. So, again, it's not easy for them. Mach 10 are a really strong team. So, Untitled Esports Red have a lot to prove here against them. Mach 10, again, are playing with their sub in J-Ro. He did used to be the captain, so he's one of those subs where he's actually quite strong for his position, as that's a good infield pass for Blackjack. The first goal will go to Untitled. As everybody there on Mach 10 got caught in the corner. Frosty committed there. He needs to make a better touch if he's going to be the last one back. Shooting it to the corner. He could have tried to keep control. Could have tried to dribble it up to his back wall. Instead, he shoots it right at Untitled Esports. And they'll throw it right back at him. And he won't be able to respond to it. Again, what an upset it would be if Untitled Esports Red are able to take this series. They're playing for it, but yeah, again, they have made changes in, bringing in Koto. Who, if you guys recognize Koto, you should. He was on Striker Phase back when last season of Sky Series. They were on the stream actually for their, I believe their quarterfinals match, which they did win against Intelligence. So, and we know Koto definitely has a lot of strong mechanics. Mach 10 overall are definitely staying defensive, at least in this position. As Doozy couldn't get past Snow Vaser. Koto off the corner looking for Blackjack in field! Another great pass! Blackjack finds his second goal. Untitled Esports Red are definitely dictating this game so far early on. Finding so many plays to assist each other. 2 goals for them, 2 goals up. As hello, Nuke in chat. How is it going? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? This is probably a good question as well. Hopefully your day is going well. It's an amazing Friday evening for Rocket League. Untitled Esports Red trying to subvert expectations and take down Mach 10 here in this series. They are on a good start. 2 goals already. As Mach 10 again are playing that usual defensive style that they are generally really strong at, but Untitled Esports have found ways to pass around them. Mach 10 are have to try something new, maybe to try to get things going their way. There's J-Ro. Off to the sidewall now. That one, is that on target? It's off the bar and in from J-Ro. A goal for Mach 10, their first of the series. It's just a great follow-up from J-Ro. He's so fast to it. It means a lot to this team to get those plays going. As Mach 10, 1 goal back. It was a quick break. They took advantage of it. And now they have to prove that they can do that again. 1 goal isn't enough in this game. They need 1 more at least just to keep things close. As Frosty, demoed by Koto. Snowbears are now getting involved. Open space for Mach 10. Infield play. And that will be stopped by Juicy as Frosty will jump to it. Blackjack challenged by J-Ro, and Esports still going up the field as Koto Doozy wants the redirect. Doozy's got it. Triple commit from Mach 10 to keep it out. But keep it out they will. In fact, they can actually dribble this down the field. Frosty's won the challenge. J-Ro on almost a full take-up boost now off the back wall. Doozy send it the other way, and that one is going. Saved by Frosty. Mach 10. Again, a quick break. That's all they're really getting in this game. All those quick opportunities. As here's a shot from Doozy. Blocked by Snowvaser. Base is suddenly picked up as Kodo's taking advantage. A huge blunder from Mach 10. And that is a huge giveaway from Snowvaser. He did not have a sense of urgency there. He did not see Koto. And no matter how much Frosty was trying to tell him that there was a player behind him, he just wasn't there and ready to react in time. Koto barges through. Untitled Esports have a 2-goal lead established once again. Snowvaser. Challenged by Doozy. That's going to the net. Frosty will get rid of it. J-Ro jumping in. Ball is still being pinged around here. Mach 10 have not been able to really do well keeping control of it. But here comes J-Ro. Off the back wall looking for Frosty in field. And they march up field. Again, it's a quick chance. They're using that speed to get small openings. By small openings can come a grand variety of success. An offense that they will be happy with. Snowvaser. Mach 10 trying to make the comeback. They've been down all game long. They just want one. Doozy, though, trying to prevent it. This is going to the back wall. Awkward for Frosty, but he will get the read. Now the challenge. That's on target. J-Ro will get there. Mach 10. Not the first time they've sent multiple players to keep a ball out. As Doozy in front. Frosty doesn't have it. Snowvaser will just give that ball away from Untitled Esports Red. The Blackjack in front for Koto. Nobody really jumps from Mach 10. Blackjack to the back wall. He does well to bump out Frosty. Was really the only player to challenge that. And for whatever reason, J-Ro must have thought that his teammate had it there. He never even second-guessed it, that play. And instead of trying to block it, instead he just kind of watches it goes in over his head. And again, Mach 10 find themselves 2 steps behind. Untitled Esports Red are not shaking this lead away. J-Ro on target. Blackjack will send it to the sidewall, but now he's demoed. J-Ro again in the midfield. Koto will get the beat on Frosty. And that will be cleared for Untitled Esports. Snowvaser now. Finding J-Ro infield for Snowvaser. Off the back wall. Couldn't get the second touch. And again, a simple clear from Untitled Esports will break through. J-Ro setting it up for Mach 10. Infield, it's a free shot! Great save from Koto as he reacts to it properly. He allowed that shot to come in a dangerous position, but the way he covers his net allowed him to be so close to that ball that he actually didn't have to jump at it to keep it out. All he had to do was just make sure he was in the right place. Now Frosty, saved by Blackjack. Mach 10 throwing in some chances, but they won't work for them. As that ball is pinched away, Untitled Esports Red have started up this series incredibly. 1 game up. 1 game closer to taking down Mach 10, something that was seen as impossible last season for this team. Now, seems all too real for them. They definitely could do it. The pressure they have with the fact that Mach 10, again, are playing more defensively. That's generally how things work with Mach 10. They like to play defensive. They sit back a little further. Not too surprising. As, again, pressure on Mach 10. As new guys, do I post anywhere about my matches? I do. I have a Discord server, !Discord. I also have a Twitter/X account at SportyFCRL. So if you want to see any updates, that will be there. If you want to see stuff, I also have a availability sheet on my Linktree. You can always look at that. That will always tell you what matches are currently scheduled and when they will happen. Again, follow that to get your info as Untitled Esports. Game 1 victors. They always kept themselves well ahead of Mach 10. Now in Game 2 with the scoreline reset, they've got to rebuild. Mach 10, again, have proven that they do have the offense to definitely attack work, but again, it's all in these quick counter-attacks. Not spending all that much time in offense. As a miss from Doozy. Koto still clear it away. As Untitled Esports. Blackjack. Missed there. Maybe actually it works for a fake because Doozy's going to get that touch. No razor dunk in front for Frosty open net. 1 goal for Mach 10 and just a poor decision there from Doozy. So much space he's used in that midfield, very close to Snow Razor. His overall awareness was not there for that play. Untitled Esports will give up 1 to Mach 10. As Koto challenges Doozy off to the sidewall. Jumping his Frosty, but doesn't reach it. Doozy gonna put one on. J-Ro clear, but Blackjack shot. It's weak. Frosty will send it out. Untitled Esports red. That they're down a goal for the first time in this series. They're actually on a losing end of a game. They need to prove that they can make some adjustments to, you know, get those offense working, even when things aren't looking as amazing for them. Again, last game they went off to such a hot start. They never had to think about losing. Now they have to. As Mach 10 have put one on. Doozy bumped Frosty off the back wall. Second touch won't be given. Koto will clear it, but J-Ro will block. When these touches from Untitled are getting met by players in the midfield as Snow Razor. We get the bump on Doozy as a follow coming in from Keysig. Thank you, Keysig, the analyst of the Rock League Splash Series. There's Atomic for the follow. Hello, Atomic. How you doing? Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to this buddy's stream. Nice to see you all here as we're in game 2. Mach 10 trying to take 1 game back here against Untitled, but that's a good shot from Koto. Snow Razor just enough on it. A huge save from Snow Razor. I thought he overcommitted there. He's able to get back just in time. Now Blackjack, 1v2. Dunk! Save from J-Ro on the goal line. Mach 10. Keep the defense even in its scariest moments. And that ball will stay out of the net. Here comes Doozy. J-Ro blocks. Doozy again, midfield. Frosty dunked by Koto. And Untitled continue to try to attack. As Koto Waggy. J-Ro will send it back in for Mach 10. What a miss there. Blackjack. Awkward. Charzeus will find a second. Blackjack got caught hugging that front post. And if he was sitting back a little further, a little deeper in his net, that's savable. Just caught playing a little too confidently in his own teammates' touches, which is not what you should be doing as that last player back. Confidence is one thing, but overconfidence is another, and overconfidence is what can hurt you. And Mach 10 are now holding a multiple goal lead. As Untitled Esports are kind of a fraction of what they were last game. That offense is just not there anymore. Koto dunk, but again, still Untitled Esports red. You don't really feel like the chances back the same kind of weight they had last game. Mach 10 are perfectly fine with that. They're putting in their own offense. It hasn't really slowed down. If this is going to consistent hit, Mach 10 will bring. Untitled Esports have to bring theirs as well. They just didn't do it here this game. There's Blackjack, midfield, J-Ro. Cleared away, Koto. J-Ro. He's blocked by Doozy. And Mach 10 continue to push as Untitled Esports have to go back again. Blackjack doesn't read this one. J-Ro now, just trying to pass the Snow Razor. Back to J-Ro. He doesn't have a shot, though. And Frosty was going to take that one, but Snow Razor won't let him now. A back pass to Frosty. Low boost for Frosty. He's still got round 2. But Doozy will prevent him from making it free. That quick challenge, and Mach 10 are still holding control. Untitled Esports have been able to kind of pull things back a little bit. Well, this series has a long way to go, I think, and Mach 10 again are able to hold their lead ever since the very beginning of this game. Again, every game is kind of a reset for these teams. So we've seen these teams both kind of prove it. They can control the other. They can really make the offense work, and they can make the other not play as well as they can. There's a back play. Doozy got through Frosty. Koto. Open net. Will put it in. Mach 10 went for the back pass. A play that was immediately snuffed out by Doozy. And the quickness to get up for that one. Untitled Esports. Only 1 goal away from tying things up, but only 40 seconds or so to do it. And that time will run out very quickly. Snow Vaser. Found by Blackjack. That would pinch across the net. J-Ro. Have a solo play here, and Untitled Esports are going to let him have it. Doozy. Clear. Hit the Snow Vaser, but Kodo will challenge. Now in comes Frosty. Again, Untitled Esports are waiting. Letting the chances come. They're trying to see if they can get Mach 10 to overcommit, but Mach 10 really don't do that all that often. As Doozy. Midfield, Kodo. Pinch with Snow Vaser. Bouncing ball. Frosty will clear. Final seconds, they gotta keep it up here. Doozy. Looking for Kodo. Javo will let it hit the ground. Kodo never challenged. And Mach 10 will have game 2, a tied up series. Both these teams answering back to each other. Really, it's whoever scores first gets up to such a good start. The other team's offense just completely shuts down, as Mach 10 had only had 5 shots, and they all came from Frosty here. And if they're relying that heavily on one player to shoot, I'd be a little worried for that defensive structure if it can hold up that well. Only 2 goals that game. That's enough to win, but it won't be enough to win every single game. Untitled Esports have definitely proven they have the offense themselves, as going into game 3, a very important game in this series. This will decide match point. Snow Vaser. The back wall, it was left relatively unchallenged until Kodo got there, and now it's into the other way. Frosty. Ooh, will let it hit off the back wall. A play where he can bait out Doozy, but a double commit from Mach 10 on defense means that it will just go straight to Untitled as Koso, midfield for Doozy. Blackjack. We'll need to follow up with a shot, but Frosty keeps it up pretty easily. Untitled Esports won't even get a chance for a second shot as Snow Razor at the ceiling play. Get that one out. He is demoed for his efforts. Untitled Esports going up again. Kodo. Stopped by Frosty again. A double commit there. We saw someone in the backfield jump for Mach 10. Doozy now, midfield. Clear from J-Ro. Koto. Not on target. J-Ro again with the touch. So bounce to the sidewall. Snow Vaser. Mach 10 trying to find their first of game 3. Doozy. And the same for Untitled. J-Ro. Mach 10 sitting relatively far back. They're going to do a lot of, especially with J-Ro. He's someone who is, I've seen at least, sitting very defensively. Mach 10 seemed to work with that quite well. Again, these guys have all known each other for a pretty long amount of time. There's Koto. We'll send it away. No real interesting plays yet for these teams, but here comes one from J-Ro. Trying to get something that may be new to get through Untitled, but Untitled, well, they are not winning the boost game. They are still making every single challenge. As all the touches from Mach 10 just cannot connect with each other well enough, quickly enough. Beat out Untitled. Now midfield from Blackjack. Kodo couldn't put it on. And it will be a clear from J-Ro that will allow Mach 10 again to go upfield. Frosty. Blackjack will send it away. Kodo redirecting it. Trying to find Doozy. J-Ro now. Jack up early. Again, it's just a midfield battle. No one holding control. As Doozy, J-Ro, backflips, Kodo off the sidewall, but that's gonna go to Snow Vaser. He couldn't shoot. And Mach 10 won't get their chance again. It's now infield from Untitled. That's a good one on. It's an own goal to go in. Halfway through the game. Tragedy for Mach 10. Elation for Untitled Esports Red. As Snow Razor panicked and put it in his own top right corner. Untitled Esports will break the deadlock. Game 3 could be theirs with that one goal. As Mach 10, again, cannot find the offense when they need it. There's Blackjack trying to find the clear. Bump on Frosty, Doozy. Frosty again, looking for the solo chance. Frosty. Stunked by Kodo early, and now Kodo gonna get one on Snow Razor. Tried to go for that play up the ceiling. He won't get it. He ran out of boost anyways, and it was so low probability anyways. He wasn't expecting to get it. As a miss from Frosty. Doozy wants the second. That's in for Blackjack as he finds the follow-up. J-Ro will hit it towards Frosty, but that touch is too high. And Untitled Esports Red quickly back the other way. 2-0. Untitled Esports. Putting everything in this game here. The take match point as Doozy. They do a Snow Razor. Kodo jumping in, but Snow Razor get past him. Now what do we with Blackjack? A fake Snow Razor. Pass 2. Open for J-Ro. Snow Razor. Quick on his feet. Gets past 2 with some fakes. 1, 2, and in for J-Ro. There's still chances here for Mach 10. All they need is one more inside the final 2 minutes. The goal is starting to pick up at quicker and quicker speeds and quicker intervals from each other. As these teams are starting to kind of break down a little bit, I think, and allow their offense just to be a little bit more risk-taking and risk-probable. As Doozy, the pinch deal runs out of boost though, and now Frosty gets around Koto. Flash up Koto when I get out with that clear, and Mach 10 will just have to be forced to send it the other way until Esports have the ball again. Doozy balanced by J-Ro. Snow Razor waiting on it. J-Ro's still on the ball. 50 with Kotowagi. Until Esports still wrestles this ball back, but Mach 10 just getting their chances. That's a good shot, but it will be blocked by Doozy as he had to use all his boost to get up there. Now midfield play. Snow Razor couldn't get the bump on Blackjack. Mach 10 now only have a minute in front. Koto with that stoppage. Mach 10 a good try again here with a solo effort. Again, everything's stopped by Untitled though. One challenge and that's it. They can clear that ball away. Now these Esports Red are doing so well, putting in these first challenges in really smart to play positions. They're not trying to commit heavily to these challenges. They're just trying to make sure they actually get those challenges. That'll be enough to keep Mach 10 away, as that's a good clear. No Razor now. They'll look for J-Ro, but we'll actually just go back to Snow Razor. Doozy will play to stop him. As Kodo shot, trying to make it free, but didn't seal the game there for Untitled. And that means Mach 10 will still have chances to come back as Frosty. Snow Razor hit it up the back wall for Frosty. Untitled Esports Red keep him out. Blackjack to take his time. Now he'll clear. Mach 10. The defense has been well, but the offense has not. And the offense needs to show up at 0 seconds. But they won't keep it up. Untitled Esports now only need one more game. As Mach 10 have done well to keep them out of this one. Again, what a performance from Untitled. They still, though, need one more game to take this one. The series isn't over yet. We'll see exactly what they will do here. And again, we are just preparing for this one. As everybody, I think, ready for what will be Game 3 here. Mach 10 has to win now to keep the series going, or else Untitled Esports will beat them here, and again, what I think would be considered an upset. But obviously, they're proving that they have the offense to compete. As Koto through the corner, Snow Razor trying to keep it out. Untitled Esports. As now J-Ro, that's going to be a shot for Mach 10, that's an open net. Untitled Esports Red. Well, Kodo was put under pressure that I don't think he really actually had any on. He just shot it into the corner. He had time. I don't know why he didn't try to dribble it and look for a 50-50. It's just an overall dumb decision from a guy who's usually very smart at what he does. Usually very intentional with his touches. That one just kind of gave it away to Mach 10. And UE5. UE5, wow. Unreal Engine 5, there we go. UE Red. We'll have to concede first. So far, again, these games, it's been whoever scores first has been able to win the game off of that goal. But Untitled Esports, again, a chance to win the series. They'd love to take it here. As J-Ro to the corner. Clear from Doozy. Snow Razor now. It's around 1. Koto to the back wall. Couldn't get the second touch, and Untitled Esports Red Still lurking. But that's a good shot from Kodo. That's going to get past everybody from Mach 10. I didn't think he'd actually get this opportunity. Because J-Ro and Snowvaser were there. Snowvaser was looking like he was going to challenge. And from whatever mysterious reason, never did it until it was too late. And that's a free shot for Kodo Waggy. And a goal for Untitled Esports Red. Mach 10, slow to react. Now they'll be put on high alert as it's a good play downfield here from J-Ro. That pinch will get past Snowvaser now. Blackjack couldn't get the shot. Kodo gets over Frosty. Mach 10 again are still keeping this deep line on defense, but it does feel like everything stay close. They start to break down. They start to really force themselves to play upfield. It just doesn't seem like they're comfortable at doing that with this kind of roster, especially J-Ro. He sits back so far. He really doesn't play offense. That's a shot from Snowvaser. Capped out by Koto. Another chance here from Frosty. Dribble midfield. Blackjack. Awkward! And he doesn't jump forward. He knew he didn't have the chance. As J-Ro waited for the opportunity. Frosty, an incredibly high dribble just to get over everybody. Another Esports left her head undefended to that back post. J-Ro right in front of it. Will not miss. Mach 10 are putting another goal in their favor. See if Untitled Esports can do the same as Koto. Kept out by J-Ro. The corner now, J-Ro. Dribble play, open net. And that's number 3. An overcommit from Untitled Esports. Now they're starting to really force challenges here as, there's no need for that. From Blackjack, he had no chance of winning. The fact that he even went for it itself was a mistake. And he will pay dearly for it. You don't challenge there. I think now he's learned the lesson of how to play as a third man. You have to play more defensively than that. And if you don't, and again, a challenge like that, you have to be sure you're going to win it. If you aren't sure you're going to win it, then you should never go in the first place. And in that play, really, there's no need for him to go. There's still well over 2.5 minutes left in this game. And at that point, they're only down by 1. They had time. They're going to get chances. I don't know why he thought he had to force one there. As Koto. Blocked by J-Ro. Doozy around the corner. Gonna put it in Milch. 50 with Frosty and Untitled Esports. Giving this Mach 10 team a lot of space to get that out of their defense. And again, there's a fine line between playing too high up, playing too far back. And it feels like Untitled Esports have done both of those things, but not have kept that actual line where they should be playing in a good position to keep everything out. As J-Ro. Down the field, Koto. Look for Doozy, but Doozy's missed. Frosty off the back wall. It will be cleared away by Koto. As Blackjack. Dribble. Fake from Blackjack. Pop in front. That might have been on target if he didn't get that final touch. He ran out of boost for it, but he didn't have to get that touch. I think it was going in anyways. An unfortunate situation as he ran out of boost. Now, maybe a second chance. Frosty won't let him. Still moving up is Blackjack. Midfield, J-Ro will clear. In from Koto. Doozy off the sidewall. Snowvaser. Bounce in front. Blackjack will send it away. And Untitled Esports, again, they're continuing to try to push up on the offense, but Mach 10 again, are keeping this lead. They start off this game well. They're going to keep doing that as Untitled Esports does feel like they're getting met by defense who is very comfortable with this lead. The Mach 10, if they have that lead, they're very comfortable. They don't mind playing defensively. It's what they're normally used to, and Untitled Esports are trying to commit heavily to some of these plays, but it is starting to make them, again, commit a little too heavily for these plays as Doozy coming with it. Snowvaser's got the block. Koto gonna go backwards, and I might have just ended all chance here for Untitled Esports at coming back in this game. Game 5 looking very real at this point. As now 1-on-1, Doozy will keep it out. As now Koto to the corner. Midfield again. J-Ro will send it out. It's from Blackjack. Doozy back to Blackjack. Koto. It will be sent away by Frosty. And Untitled Esports Red will now be able to win the series here. We're going to go to Game 5. And a chance for now for Mach 10 to win the series as we go to what will be our last game of the of this one. A match that has been back and forth, but it really has been determined by who scores first. Defense for Mach 10 has had its ups and downs. This game will be a positive for it. But this series again coming down to what will be its final moments. Any team can win it here. As Mach 10. Again, a lot of reliance on one player on the shooting. This time it was J-Ro. He's got all 3 goals. I feel like Untitled Esports, they always there's always someone that kind of gets through them for Mach 10. We'll be moving on to game number 5. As here we go, Champions Field, the location. The final game of the series. This will take it all. Just last week, Mach 10 won in a game 5, so they're used to the situation already. Now they gotta do it again against Untitled Esports. But Untitled, off the kickoff! Right in for Blackjack. Didn't even take them very long, right off the kickoff. Kodo will find Blackjack, and Untitled Esports red with the first goal. And if, again, with this how the series has been going, that should secure this one for Untitled Esports, but we'll see if that's actually what happens. The series has seen itself go back and forth from Untitled to Mach 10, from back to Untitled, back to Mach 10, now in Game 5. So I just want to keep that kind of a repetition going. Mach 10 trying to break the sequence. There's Snow Razor. Around 1, now we can get around Koto. Again, just set upfield at J-Ro. Look ahead. J-Ro. Doozy's got that one. Challenged again by Mach 10, who are persistent on offense at getting these plays for them. But they haven't fallen in as Kodo. Down the field, no boost for J-Ro, but he does get the touch. And again, for Mach 10, very persistent on getting that ball, keeping it out, keeping it in a safe place. It's Untitled redirects back for Koto, and there's a brilliant second goal. Koto down the field. He did not expect initially to get that pass back, but Blackjack saw him in an open space. Just a smart play. A great pass will allow Untitled Esports to now double their lead to 2. Kodo doesn't read it. Mach 10 have to go back the other way, and whenever they're down, things get really tough for them because they aren't a team that likes to overcommit, likes to kind of force the pressure on the other team. They like to be the ones to carry the lead. You can see that just how difficult kind of a struggle that is for them as already having to go backfield. You can see Snow Razor winning on his own, and now a shot from Blackjack. Frosty's got the block. Doesn't get past Doozy. Mach 10, here we go again. Snow Razor. Koto won't get fooled by his dribbles. This ball just continues to stay in that orange hat, but not actually go in until now from J-Ro. Light shot. Blackjack's kept it off the line. J-Ro was going to take that one there, but Blackjack kept his composure, did not jump initially for it. And seeing that maybe, just maybe, that shot was going to be low. Trying to go under what would have been a pre-jump play. Mach 10 have to push up again. Open backfield. J-Ro not on target. And Frosty doesn't get the shot either. Open for J-Ro. It was not an easy angle. And Mach 10 still searching for goal 1 of this game. Snow Razor doesn't have the flip reset. J-Ro now. Let it to the side wall. Kodo looking in field. Doozy will send it away. Charge Zeus. Blackjack, Snow Razor, keeping it out for Mach 10, but with about 2 minutes left, they've got to move up pretty quickly here. This time will not stay there forever, as that's a good shot from Blackjack, and that makes it number 3 for Untitled Esports. As Blackjack will find it, it'll be good enough for them. Untitled Esports red Playing so well here is Kodo. Pass in front. No shot there. They almost made it number 4. As for Mach 10, again, they have definitely found their match in this series. Their defense just couldn't keep him out. That's a good play, but Kodo will block it off his own crossbar. And Mach 10, while they are still searching, it does feel like they're slowing down dramatically at the end of this game. As that's a good pinch from Doozy. Miss! Kodo couldn't shoot it either. Mach 10. It's going to become a bit lethargic at the end of this game. Just starting to kind of slow it down. And it's not helping them as that gives time for Untitled to make it 4. That will go through for Doozy. And surely that will secure this series for Untitled Esports Red. Mach 10 have not been able to keep them out. As Oto, midfield Doozy, tough, but not in from Frosty. Now the follow-up, that will go for Snowrazor. Mach 10 won't be shut out this game. There's still time left for a comeback potential. They've got to do it pretty quickly and pretty diligently as well. Not a lot of time to favor them on that play. But it is not impossible. As Untitled Esports just need to make sure to keep their offense as strong as it is before. There's now Blackjack. Frosty. Blackjack again, just Blackjack. Only midfield. He was the player who was the weakest, I think, last game for Mach 10. He a lot of issues in holding that midfield. Now this game, he's gathered his confidence. And Untitled Esports Red have done well to really allow him to supplement himself in that midfield with some really nice blocks, some really nice 50s. As we keep on pursuing more. The time is just running out here. Untitled Esports want more goals. Mach 10 want to still try to make that comeback. But every commit they make is just getting stopped. And now there's no way they come back now. Untitled Esports Red will take this series in 5 games. It was close. It was back and forth. Both these teams had their opportunities, but ultimately, Untitled Esports got themselves off to a good start. They never let it go, and Mach 10 could not stop them, as now one more chance for Kodo. That will be blocked on the goal line. It will hit the ground. Untitled Esports Red with the series win. Mach 10 will now have the record go down to 1-1 as their second game 5 of the season will end in defeat. Again, incredibly impressive performance from them. As for Mach 10, again, they're going to find themselves a bad situation. They could not get the win. And that series will end just like that, a 3-2 game here. It was close, but Untitled Esports Red it did so well there. As welcome in Blackjack and Doozy. Congratulations on your win, a 3-2. It was close. It went into game 5, but Blackjack, this is something that I don't think you would have ever expected last season. Coming to this season with a new roster, now taking down Mach 10. How do you feel?
It's pretty sick. We had a new team. Last season was a little trial run for us, but the squad's looking good now. Our subs are really good too. A lot of good potential on this team. I think we're just going to keep getting better.
Let's do it again. As I mentioned last season, you guys did not have a very good season. You actually ended your season on my stream in that first round of the playoffs. This season, it looked like it was almost going to start the same way as you got swept by Ignite in week 1, but in week 2, you've turned things around. Mach 10, a team that you would have had no chance beating last season. You now beat this season. Again, you must be feeling nice. Again, what is it about this new roster that has just elevated Untitled's pressure so well?
Well, we got the epic shooter Doozy. He's always sniping it, and then Kodo's just an absolute baller. So the squad's looking good, and then our subs are also really good. So if any of these guys are missing or I'm missing, then we'll be good anyway. Unlike last season.
Well, again, you guys have done well. As another player that again we could definitely talk about is Koto. Koto, you've been on the stream before. Last time you were here was Striker Phase. Tell me about how you kind of joined this roster, because Untitled Esports are again, it's not a roster I would have ever expected you to join in, and yet you fit in really well. You've allowed this team that used to be really, really shaky, now have a strong offensive powers going through.
So there's some personal problems going on with the other roster. That's why we disbanded. But now I was looking for a new home, found Untitled Esports, and we've just been playing a lot, and we're feeling great right now after our first win. We're gonna keep it going. Gonna sweep every team we see now.
I love to
I'm
hear
just
that.
saying.
Yeah, I love to hear the confidence from Yukito. As of course, Doozy also in. Again, it's a big roster. There's a lot of players, a lot of moving parts for Untitled Esports. Again, kind of with the knowledge of last season, are you ever thinking about last season, Doozy? I know you weren't on this team last season, but kind of knowing about this team's history, about how weak last season was, are you thinking about last season, or have you already put that behind you?
Oh, we've already put that behind us, man. We're just looking forward to getting this season going, and just excited to play in the RLSS. And man, I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun, and I appreciate you casting, and we had a great time. So thanks.
Yeah, of course, it's always a fun time here. Blackjack, again, you guys get on to a great week too against Mach 10. Next week, you guys get to play. You get to play Swordfish Splash Bros. We've seen that team on this stream before. It's another. That's a pretty defensive team as well. Again, are you just gonna go to that kind of next series the same way, or what do you have to say about that next series against the Splash Bros? A team that has been in this league. I think this would be their second season though.
I mean, it's our second season too, so I don't know. We're gonna figure out our chemistry a little bit more. And I think we'll just keep winning.
Again,
Not worried about the other teams.
You're not worried at all. Again, I love to hear that. Again, guys still pursuing the playoffs, but again, congratulations on your win of 3-2, a game 5, a clutch game 5. You guys were able to come out and play strong, but before you go, we always end off with a quick shout-out segment, so we'll do it here. We'll start with Kodo, and we'll go down to Blackjack. So, Kodo, anything that you want to say here? Any shout-outs, any final message you have for this stream?
I don't have any shoutouts right now. I mean, I'll shout out to my to our first sub, Zenith. He's always grinding the game. He was ready for if any of us weren't feeling too well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it.
Again, thank you so much. Now, next up is Doozy. Doozy, coming in. I think you are a newer player. You weren't here on this team last season. Is there anything that you have to say now that, again, I think this is your debut on the stream? Is there anything you have to say, any shoutouts you have?
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out Blackjack and Chilled for letting me try out, and I've been playing with them for a while, so I just appreciate them giving me a chance. And shout out to my sister and her new husband. That's it.
Of course, shout out. As now we'll end off with Blackjack, your second season, already getting off to what might be a very promising start. Anything that you have to say here to end off this interview before we have to move on to our next series?
I'm gonna shout out my main man Hacks. He's the GOAT. And that's about it. And my teammates. Good shit, boys. Or good stuff, sorry.
Already. Blackjack's been in this league for 2 years and he's already forgot about the rules. I don't blame you. It's fine. Don't worry. I don't mind. Blackjack, oh, you're doing worse than the Vookies. That's impressive. Banned. No, I'm joking. Again, congratulations on your win here. If Tommy's watching, I'm sure he's laughing at that too. But again, congratulations on your win. A great Game 5 performance. Hopefully I'll get to see you guys again very soon. Good luck next week against the Splash Bros.
Thanks, Sporty.
Thank you.
That was Blackjack, Doozy, Koto, who played here tonight for Untitled Esports. Oh, 3-2 winners. Dyer with the follow. Thank you, Dyer, for the follow. Welcome to the Sporty stream. Thank you. As our next match will be 175 Sky Blue, Miyagi Dogang Freeze. Yeah, I know it's a very long name. But again, this will be for LOS. As again, it will be our next series. Will be an LOS match. It'll be our only best of 7 on the stream tonight. But again, we're gonna go to a quick break. We'll be right back very soon. Thank you for the follow, Douchey. Welcome to support your stream. Thank you very much. Welcome everybody We've got a best of 7 coming up next. Next 35, Sky Blue, Miyagi Do Gang Freeze. These are two teams of LOS champs. They're in the quarterfinals, actually. Take a look at the correct bracket, hopefully. There we go. As we take a look at our bracket again, this is how these teams have done. Already through one round of the action. 3 more to go to get that finals to win your division. These teams gotta go through each other. 135 Blue are the 2nd seed. Miyagi Do Gang Freeze are the 7th. Both of them having pretty close wins. 135 Blue having to win in Game 7. Miyagi Do Gang having to win in Game 6. So pressure may be starting to get to these teams, but they have met before. Last time they met was actually the final week of the regular season. 135 Blue swept Miyagi Do Gang. Swept them very quickly. Again, a 3-0 here in this 3v in what would be a 3v3 here. This is for the quarterfinals. So, loser of this is out. Will move to the semis. Both these teams again are just getting ready. This will be a best of 7 though. So, just to get you quickly up on the schedule, because if I did this soon as this series is done, we're probably moving on to our next one, which is Null Flight Pathological Flyers, Thrifty Ascent. Again, these are both very good teams. We'll see how they do though. Again, and again, that Pathological Flyers 50 cent match, it could be delayed. I don't think it will be. So again, as long as this series goes at a pretty consistent pace, we'll probably be on time. Again, these are the two teams we have getting ready here. Again, we always seem to have an 135 on the stream at one way or another. And this time again, it's Sky Blue. And again, if you recognize those players in Sky Blue, you're not the only one. They actually were on the stream before. Last time they were on the stream was on a team known as Bennu Phoenix. They were on Phoenix United. They help you as Miyagi Do Gang. I think we're here more recently. I could be wrong. Again, the last time that 135 Sky Blue was on the stream, again, they were known as Bennu Phoenix. That was in the AGL in April. Was the last time that we saw them for Miyagi Do Gang. Same roster last time they were on the stream was also in late April. So, and both these teams were on the stream around the same time. We're gonna get these teams in very soon. As soon as they're both in the lobby, we're getting this thing started. As I could already tell you about 135 Sky Blue, I can only tell you who actually is in the lobby for them. It's going to be Eclipse, Solar, and Tiny. Playing up for them. The only player not here then would be Dushy, who is their 4th player. So they're going to get their, would be their starting roster. If the roster they gave us was correct. Miyagi Do Gang, same roster as they were before. Again, this is a team of friends. I do remember them saying that this is a team of friends who just know each other, who just like playing with each other. They're just going in for the fun of it. They don't really have anything on the line. And, you know, that would help them a lot with the pressure. There is a lot of pressure in situations like this. Again, 135 Sky Blue wants results. Miyagi Do Gang don't really care. They don't need results. They just want to play well. They'd love to have a good result, but ultimately, they're not focusing on getting good results. They're focusing on just kind of getting wins, as we are going to get. And having fun, I guess, is also. As, again, we're going to get into this series very soon. As, again, Bolt is live, so you can vote for who you think will take this one. Again, a reminder, a series after this will be a best of 5, actually. The Pathological Flyers 50 cent will be a best of 5. That'll be right after this match, though, so we'll see if we can get to these matches on time. Yeah, we are going to get close with only an hour for this best of 7. Miyagi Do game should be joining in any moment now. I would assume the roster is probably going to be the starting roster with JW, Floorman, and Peter. We'll see as... Oh, hello, Masha. I see you in chat. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. This is our 3rd series tonight, the 2nd of this specific stream itself. Bless me. Allergies are kicking in. Not good time for that. Not a good time for that. Allergies. Go away. As, again, these teams, they have faced each other, and it was last time, it was in week 6, the final week of the regular season. Sky Blue won, and in a sweep. In fact, I think their final record was 5-1. I think Miyagi Do Gang ended 4-2, so they are not too far apart from each other in the rankings, although Miyagi Do Gang are the underdog in this match. We'll see just how well they can keep up with 135 Blue, or I guess Sky Blue. And we are just trying to get things set up here for this series. As both teams are in the lobby, we're getting this thing started because again, I'd love to get these teams as much time as possible to get this series going. As this should be a fun matchup here. Hopefully, this will be a matchup where we don't have too many pauses. I hope we don't have any pauses. As again, Sky Blue's already in the lobby. They joined in very early. Miyagi Dogang have not yet, but again, they do have still a little bit of time before that match start time. We'll see when they join for this one. Again, this will be a best of 7. And Sky Blue again of the 135 organization that is partner with me, so again, it's always nice to see them. That's one of the reasons why we get this org on the stream so often. Also, just because they like being on my stream. I don't have a problem with that. Sky Blue, I've tried to be on the stream a while ago. They've tried. They are finally on it though. It's been a while since we've had this team again, but nice to see them. As again, they'll be playing against Miyagi Gang, a team that also hasn't made any hasn't made any changes in a while. And we'll be hopefully getting this started soon. We still haven't heard from Miyagi Gang. But again, we'll hopefully get this thing started soon. It is going to be a best of 7. As again, just waiting. We got to be patient here for them. But again, as soon as they're in, we're just going to start our best of 7. The next 35, Sky Blue, Miyagi Dogang, and yes, it is pronounced Dogang, not Dogang. Dogang. I asked them that well before, and again, the last time they played, which was in April. That's how you pronounce it. See just who has what it takes in this one. As still waiting here. I'm surprised that Miyagi Dogang haven't joined. They might be trying to join right on time here. Again, we're gonna have an hour for this match. Hopefully, it won't last longer than that. But again, our match after this can be delayed a slight bit if it needs to be. As we have hit our match start time, Miyagi Dogang still not here, and I'm hoping that they'll be joining any moment. They aren't delayed. Delays could really make that next series delayed a lot, which I hope it won't be the case. As there they are, they're in. It is JW, Peter, Flarman who are joining. As we're going to get this thing started again, we're going to try to get this started as soon as possible. Get these teams in so that we have as much time as possible to take this series and get going. A best of 7, the quarterfinals of LOS champs. Next 25, Sky Blue on the blue side, as obviously Miyagi Dogang on the orange. And Sky Blue won against this team before. Now have to do it again in a much more intense situation. The quarterfinals of the playoffs. Back to Sky Blue's win against Miyagi Dogang allowed them to get such a high seeding as the second seed is over to go for Tiny. Did not take long for Sky Blue. A mistake off the corner from Farman and a demo on Peter. And that will give Tiny an open net. 1 goal up already from Sky Blue. Is Miyagi Dogang. Again, the group of friends, as I like to call them. They're not off to a great start. And actually, that might already make things worse. Clear from Peter, but it will go to Tiny. And I get the dunk. Tiny's got it. 2 goals for Tiny inside the first 30 seconds. Miyagi Dogang were not communicating properly on defense, and that caused them to leave that net very vulnerable. They tried to clean it up, but it just wouldn't help them. Tiny got the dunk, and that's 2 goals already for the captain. 35 Sky Blue, and trying to maybe see if they can repeat what they did in the regular season, get a sweep here. Would not be unlikely or unfathomable to think of it happening that way. If you do it once before, you can always do it again. But there's a lot of pressure on a team in the playoffs, and you also have a much longer series here in a best of 7. More time for Miyagi Dogang to get used to your playstyle. Meaning that for a lot of teams in this situation, they have to make adjustments no matter what. No matter even if they're winning, they have to make adjustments. Sky Blue might be forced in that situation here if Miyagi Dogang can prove to be a strong contender. I mean, again, just last round, Sky Blue went to Game 7 against the 15th seed in Dirty 30s. They really do not. They really haven't shown again that they can repeat stuff. They have to prove it. They can do it, and maybe that first round was just some playoff nerves. Right now, they're holding it pretty well. In comes JW! Eclipse never jumped. 175 Sky Blue, maybe we're caught in a false sense of security at the start of this game. But you can't be relaxed. Pressure will come to you. It'll come in the form of a shot there from JW. As Eclipse bumps Peter. Solar from the corner, Sky Blue. Again, you can see a very calm, methodical playstyle. They, a lot of teams are at this kind of high level. They like to play chaotic. They like to play fast. They like to play really aggressive. Sky Blue are not doing that. They're just trying to follow each other. Maybe that doesn't work, because here comes the chaos of Miyagi Do Gang. That almost was going to tie the game up. It just hit the post. Maybe Sky Blue, maybe their lack of pace is actually starting to become a hindrance for them. As Tiny will get it clear. Barman pinches it the wrong way. And that's actually going towards his net. JW will clear it out. Peter, take it from the corner. No touch out, Tiny. Barman will get challenged by Solar. He won't have the second touch. Peter will send it to the corner and keep it away from danger. X35 Sky Blue starting to take that boost more and more here. As Eclipse to the back wall. Maybe trying to set up Tiny, but J-Dub will get the block. Still shooting low, and that's an open chance. Solar will get the second touch. Sky Blue make it free. Solar gets through Peter, and then watches the fly man misses. He'll get through J-Dub with that shot. X35 Sky Blue starting up the best of 7 very strongly. Halfway through game 1, there's already been 4 goals combined. As I see there in chat, hello rival. We'll be actually playing in the next series again. Hoping that series won't be delayed by this one, but we'll see. Right now for Sky Blue though, if they can kind of keep up this kind of consistency, maybe pick up the speed a little bit, they could very easily take down Miyagi Do Gang in 4 or 5 games. As these challenges from Sky Blue are persistent and annoying. As Tiny being on the sidewall now, maybe a chance to pass in front. Peter's got the dunk. Solar, AW will get the block. Challenged by Eclipse and Sky Blue. Down the other way, Flarbman. Gonna send it back, Eclipse. Will keep it high, and look at this from Sky Blue, falling every time he touches. That speed, really there on again when they read each other. I do find that overall gameplay though, they aren't as fast as maybe what I expected they were going to be at this level. Not to say that they aren't good, they're consistent. That's really what makes them so scary. They're consistent and they follow each other so well. There's no one good player on this team. Everybody knows what they're doing. As Tiny down the field all by himself. Solo Blaze, he just muscles his way past everybody. Nobody can stop him on Miyagi Do Gang. Sky Blue with an incredible start in this series. No nonsense gameplay. They're not taking any chances at this point. Just putting on the pressure. Miyagi Do Gang trying to find an answer. Flowerman to the back wall. Solar will reach it. And while Miyagi Do Gang continue to kind of search for that offense, Sky Blue are just keeping them out of it. With some very, again, simple plays, consistent plays, things that they can repeat. Going for anything over the top dramatic. They're just going for what they know can work. Is now in front. Farman to Peter. Will send that ball away, and Eclipse will race after it. Miss off the corner. Peter, open net. He's hit the post. In comes Farman. That goes through. And a miss from Eclipse. Well, break the door open here from Miyagi Do Gang. As they barge in on that net. The first shot won't be good enough, but the follow-up will be. Again, it's all from one mistake. Sky Blue, again, that overall pace, they keep things pretty slow. That doesn't mean that it does hurt whenever they don't make a play that they should be. Recoveries. You haven't seen a lot of that from them. Maybe it's something that Miyagi Do Gang can try to force them into having to make, well, as that's a good shot from Farman. That's goal 3. Under X35, Sky Blue have not been paying attention. Already game 1 starting to feel a bit claustrophobic for them as Solar was caught in no man's land. Fireman with that easy shot down the field. 16 seconds. All they need is one more here from Miyagi Gang. Sky Blue will try to waste out that time. Tiny. It's past Peter. Get up. To Peter. Infield for Floorman. The Eclipse will get the early challenge and Solar will clear it out. Now, Sky Blues need to hit the ground, and game 1 will be theirs. Solar across the net, Tiny, fake play, and JW can't keep it up. The next 35, Sky Blue will start off game 1 in their favor. And Miyagi Dogang freeze will have to try a different strategy going to game 2. They were able to come back at the end of that game, but I feel like a lot of it was Sky Blue kind of letting off that pressure. Here we go again, back into the pressure. Miyagi Dogang immediately readying up. Must have seen something about game 1 that they're happy with. Maybe they have just enough confidence to keep themselves going. As here we go. Game 2. Pressure really is on Miyagi Gang to prove that they can keep up with this team. They were able to do so in game 1, but it came so late that they didn't have enough time. Game 2, maybe, now that it's at a clean slate, maybe this would be the game for them to get that first goal. They put the pressure on as Sky Blue again. A lot of questions on their overall abilities in the playoffs. Again, we talked about how their first round had to go to game 7 against a much weaker side. Oh, Miyagi Gang are a much tougher team than that last one. Sky Blue again, all they need to do is just make sure they continue getting good performances. There's a miss there. Solar. AW. Ooh, and Peter's actually hit it off his own back wall. Tiny could shoot this. It's a light shot. It's saved by Floorman. It does allow Blue to get past here. Solar in front. Good block from Peter. Floorman again was asked with the clear. Again, he'll make it. And again, Sky Blue make a chance from the midfield with a solo effort. Tiny. Past one, but again, that pressure. The speed of Tiny needs to be a little faster on that play. Could have caught Miyagi. That's a good shot. Off the post. Almost stuck its way in here for Sky Blue. Full minute's gone by, and Sky Blue are still putting on tons of offense. No goals yet, but it does feel like one is coming very soon. As Eclipse. Tiny. Looking for the back wall. No second touch will be there as Barman will send it out. Run out of boost on that play. And the follow-up will have to happen somewhere else. Eclipse here. That attempt to clear for Sky Blue won't go very well. And now a shot from Peter. Tiny. Ooh, caught Solar side. That's going to be an open hit for Floorman. Tiny got overconfident. And a huge manic play. As that was Solar's save all day long. I don't know why Tiny jumped for that. A miscommunication of the highest order. Miyagi Dogang will have the first goal in game 2. But the pressure is still here. Tiny. JW doesn't have it. Peter will clear. Dogang playing the defense. At this point, they only have to play that defense if they want to take the win. Keep Sky Blue shut out. I wouldn't be that confident on Miyagi Dogang in that kind of a play style. Again, Sky Blue would put on pressure. They put on shots. They put on plays, and you know that they can make better. It's going to be tough as Eclipse. What a solo effort! That's top right! Eclipse off the sidewall! And Fireman, last one back. He jumped up quickly, but not fast enough. Game 2. Tied up. And the next 35, Sky Blue. Tie it at 1. Now bounce to the midfield. Miyagi Dogang. Awkward. Tiny wants to dunk on Peter. Gets it midfield, but it won't really matter. And his teammates were banking on that play, and why would they? It was such a low chance effort. As Eclipse. Get back. Solar. Looking for the offense. Sky Blue getting it and getting plays. Solar now on target. JW's got the block. In comes Eclipse. That's not on target. Fireman out off his own back wall. He'll try to send it out. It's Tiny. Potential pressure for Sky Blue, but already tell that Miyagi Do Gang have definitely dealt with enough of it this game. They want that ball back, but they just can't keep it up on offense for long enough to get a shot. Sky Blue keeping, again, so many guns and 50s. If there's anything about them that I've been really impressive, it has been those challenges. They have not, it seems like they have not lost a single one of them. Again, Tiny with a big 50. A lot of boost to work with. Will allow Peter to challenge, but Eclipse. But he has just given it to J-Dub. Miyagi Do Gang looking for offense, but a miss from Flarpman. Send everybody back. JW in front of his own net. Awkward for Peter. Dug from Solar side. Oh no, a huge panic in the backfield. JW. Don't know why the feeling to jump so early. These guys, the pressure getting to them. Usually in the regular season, you see players that they take their time, but Miyagi Do Gang must have thought there was someone behind them. There wasn't. And ultimately that ball will be tapped in the midfield right for Sky Blue to challenge. Back the other way, Flarman one-on-one, and he finds the top left. Right off the kickoff. It's Flarman, but in one shot that will work. And Solar will not keep it out. It was savable, but it's not an easy save for a player of his caliber. It was a tough one. Again, even the best players will find shots that they just can't keep away. 96-35, Sky Blue. High it again. The game staying close, but Tiny in front for Solar. Flarman will jump out early. Now Peter. Dribble with Eclipse. And to prevent that 1v1 chance again as Tiny. Now a 2v1. Pass in front. Solar. Shot. Tiny's got the bump. And that net's open. Solar side with another. And a Sky Blue. Always find an answer. A bump from Tiny removes the defense. And Sky Blue are back at it again. The scoreline is 3-2. The pressure is in favor of Sky Blue. And now another chance. Peters blocked that one. Miyagi Do Gang. Again, a late game resurgence in these goals, but Sky Blue are bringing back their own plays. As now team bump. Eclipse looks for the Doomsday. Couldn't get a dunk on Peter either, and Peter will just try to slow things down here and let Miyagi Do Gang get upfield. And back, he's actually won the challenge. Now up the back wall. Eclipse will call for it. Flarman back in field. Solar booms it away. Time is running out from Miyagi Do Gang. Very similar to game one in that they only need one goal, but will they have enough chances to get it? JW, Tiny, Flarman will beat him there. But Solar, final 10 seconds, and Sky Blue have the offense. Solar waiting, clear from Peter. Tiny, gonna keep it up. Solar now trying to let this one hit the ground. Flarman can't get the dribble. Game 2 will go like game 1. A 1-goal differential, and Sky Blue have it. Trying to make quick work of Miyagi Do Gang. That's 2 games in a row where they've had the majority of the offense, and they've been able to win just by a single goal. This one, though, they were down early on in the game. They've made those adjustments as slight changes to affect their playstyle. As Peter asking in chat, cats or dogs? I forgot, I think this is something that Peter does all the time. He always likes to ask questions and stuff in chat. I'll let you guys know. You guys can't see chat, but I can tell you. He said cats or dogs. What do you guys say, chat? What do you guys say? Peter already coming back and saying, no, unacceptable. I love it. Peter obviously owns a dog. I mean, I like dogs too. I do own 2 cats. If you guys know me well enough, you know I have 2 cats. They're amazing. As we are going to get ourselves in the game number 3 here. Next 35, Sky Blue with a strong series advantage. Here we go. More action ready to come. And Sky Blue again. The chances of them getting a sweep are not unlikely anymore. Seem very much more likely than what I thought they would have been. But with every game being so close, I would be very surprised if Miyagi Do Gang don't get themselves a multi-goal lead at any point. We'll see if they can do it here in Game 3 on DFH. A change of setting once again, but the series is 2-0. Flarman scores early. Sky Blue were not ready off that kickoff. The pace really caught to them as the touch from J-Dub was surprisingly scary. Tiny should have jumped earlier. I don't know. They waited for that one. They wanted a good touch. But in the playoffs, you're not going to get that kind of time Waiting for the ball will only do you no good. While patience is a great skill to have, in that situation, you need to have a sense of urgency, knowing that a challenge can and very likely will come in if you don't go for it. As Florb Man. Across the net, Sky Blue. Been down a goal before. They just down a goal last game. They're able to make the comeback as Eclipse wants a second touch. Infield for Tiny. How in the world did Tiny miss that? Seriously, Eclipse couldn't have made it any easier for Tiny. And yet somehow they miss the open net. Fortunately, there's still so much time left for them. It's only one goal, but those kind of misses can really define a game. And you can't make mistakes at this kind of point in your season. As a team bump, Tiny trying to kind of step on top of his teammates here. Not creating good plays here as Miyagi Dogang off the back wall. Floor Man saved by Eclipse. Look at how closely Miyagi Dogang is playing up to the Sky Blue tide. As Tiny doesn't actually break out of his defense here. Now he's missing off the back wall. Eclipse is trying to set it away. The first time in the series, Sky Blue really feel threatened. Now they're starting to really reach at these players. As that's a shot. Eclipse. Cleared out another boost steal from Miyagi Dogang. And 35 Sky Blue's got to put on earlier challenges to keep this ball away from their back line. As Tiny redirects it out of the danger. Time for Sky Blue to maybe get some offense, but that touch from Eclipse. We send it all the way back. Solar. In front, Tiny has it. Now he goes down the field. Barbman. Gonna have to leave it for Peter. Challenge from Solar off the back wall. Miyagi Dogang. Redirect attempt from Peter will not happen. Tiny. He didn't actually get a good challenge there. And Flartman's made it too. Again, Tiny. He's taken way too much on this time on this play. So much hesitation from Tiny. And you can't be making mistakes like that in the playoffs. I've told you the speed of Sky Blue, it's going to catch up to them. They have not been shown that they can elevate that play. Miyagi Dogang have. They've done it multiple times. They can play a lot faster. They can play a lot more coordinated. I'm sorry that Sky Blue have not. And they're really getting beaten for it. A third goal now. That's 3 here for Miyagi Dogang. Actually, 5 Sky Blue have completely crumbled off this kickoff. And again, a team bumble and Eclipse this time, though, getting in the way of Tiny, who would have had that save. Sky Blue, uncharacteristically nervous in this game. It's like they finally realized that they actually are in a situation where if they lose the series, they're out. And you can't have that kind of opinion in a series like this. You need to be confident. Sky Blue have lost, it seems like, all of that in this game. And now they're just trying to stay afloat at the tails like, hey, Dogang. Finally broken through Sky Blue, and they've broken through them quickly. Whatever it is for Sky Blue, whatever they had those last couple games, I think it was the confidence, it's completely gone. And it was their decision. It really felt like it was their conscious decision. And their own playstyle that forced them to do this is now again starting to reach things. Tiny. So many touches from Sky Blue just going to that corner. Trying to waste time here. Not getting offense either. Miyagi Dogang just continue to keep the ball away. Solar. Off the back wall, JW won't get it. Solar again, now midfield. Eclipse way too far away from the play. Sky Blue still want to play that defensive line, but at this point of the game, you can't do that. You have to play aggressive. You're 3 goals down. There's less than 2 minutes left. You gotta push up. You have to get chances. Give yourself as much time to come back. It's now infield from Solar. Eclipse. Tiny. Jumping in. Eclipse now to Solar. Off the back wall. Still no shots from Sky Blue. It feels like they're shooting everywhere but the net. You're waiting for the opportunity. That's a good play. And that's still, it's wide. Sky Blue going all the way back as Peter will grab that mid boost. He won't get the touch. And he will challenge Sky Blue. Again upfield. Solar. Maybe this is Sky Blue trying to regain some of that consciousness of their gameplay. Tiny midfield's far back. Doesn't have it. And still they can't put it on. 75 Sky Blue. It's and more than once where they've had them open in it so they cannot score. Solar. Infield. AW. Up. Touch back in from Tiny. Off the back wall. The aggression still isn't there from Sky Blue, but here's a chance for Eclipse. Jumping early. Peter will cover that every single step of the way. Blue have not been able to score yet. Miss from Solar. Flarman. Off the back wall. Big clear from Sky Blue. An overcommit from Miyagi Dogang. Eclipse. They won't get an open net as JW got back so efficiently. As Solar. Peter. Tiny's challenge. JW. And this will end game 3. Miyagi Dogang have completely flipped this game around. Sky Blue are starting to chase after this one a lot more than they'd like to say they would. Again, they are now forced to play a lot faster. Something that I thought a team of their caliber would be able to do well, but obviously in the playoffs when the pressure's on, they have not been able to perform. As we'll see one more shot. Tiny still can't go in. A shutout from Miyagi Dogang freeze in game 3. As we go to game 4. Question now persists. Sky Blue, what happened in that game? Where they completely suffered for no real apparent reason. Sure, the pace got faster, but you'd expect them to be able to react to it. That's not been the case. Miyagi Dogang elevating that playstyle. Farman, we have 9 shots. That's the same number of saves that Sky Blue have had. And again, that is just absolutely insane. One-sided game there for Miyagi Dogang. Now we move to game 4. And a chance for Sky Blue still to get match point. Here we go, back into the action. Next 35 Sky Blue will have to just kind of brush that game off and prove that it was a fluke. Because if that's how nervous they're gonna play when they're nervous under that pressure, and Miyagi Dogang, they look comfortable. They really do. They haven't, even when they're down, they still look like they aren't, rushing things. Sky Blue definitely were last game. And there's so much pressure. Definitely a tough performance. That's a good shot, though. What a shot from Tiny! The backwards facing shot. Tiny still went for it. And again, they're just... You don't expect that. Look at this. AW never even saw Tiny have a chance at that shot. And yet Tiny will not only prove him wrong to getting to it, he'll put it in. A reassuring start here for all of you 175 Sky Blue fans. Already up by 1. Tiny's demoed. Barbman to the back wall. Maybe he can put it on. A roller into the net. Barbman took advantage of a demo. And everybody just could not get back in time for Sky Blue. The challenge came a little too late. While Tiny did spawn in the right place, could not get there at the right time. One demo opening up the backfield from Miyagi Dogang. And pressure's still on for Sky Blue. As Eclipse would be cleared off target. Solar on the back wall, maybe looking in field, but that touch is just too heavy. Well, Tiny did go for it though. He's overcommitted onto offense. JW getting harassed back the other way. Great bump attempts there from Tiny. Really allow his teammates to have the easiest challenge possible. Eclipse on no boost, challenged by JW. Okay, Tiny. And his midfield. Our man could have shot there and decides to not go for it. Instead, opting for a pass in the midfield. AW will get to it, but he won't put it on. Now Peter. Gave him Eclipse, Sky Blue. A lot of defensive turmoil here as trying to get that ball out. Solar. Blocked by Flarbman. The midfield is held here for Miyagi Dogang as another double commit from Sky Blue. Caused out of a potential bump play is JW. That will go wide, and now it's Peter's turn. Eclipse has the ball sent. Again, you look for the pass again. So many touches from Sky Blue are going right in front of their net. They need to be more careful on that. It's a double whip here. Sky Blue really making their life as difficult as possible. It feels just a lot of plays on defense that I think they could do better without going for his Eclipse now. Aggressively challenging as that last player back, but Tiny will spawn in time. That's going in front though, and that will stay wide. Tiny never jumped forward, and be fortunate that that wasn't on target. Look for the pass out for Solar. Barbman with a dunk. Eclipse saves it, but it goes straight to JW! And Eclipse absolutely gave that away. All the time in the world, and Sky Blue have really crumbled. Ever since the end of Game 2, something has flipped inside for Sky Blue's playstyle. The consistency, the offense, the pressure, it isn't there for them. We're starting to see a lot of issues for this team, and just simple mechanical mistakes. And decisions that feel very off for a team at such a great position in the playoffs. X35 Sky Blue really need to pull themselves together. I think the pressure really is starting to get to them. They know they're in the quarterfinals. They know they're in a playoff series. That could be one that they could win. As Solar down the field, never even hit the ground. It's a tie game. As Solar gets past Flarbman on one touch. Flarbman almost had that dunk, but Sky Blue, maybe that will be a goal to kind of reassure themselves here that this series is still very much one that they can take. They're in a very advantageous position. Again, it's just confusing to see a lot of these mistakes from a team that, again, ended up their season 5-1. Sure, well, they are against a 4-2 opponent. They swept them in the regular season to get to that 5-1 record, so, again, something obviously happened between that game and this one to make things so much more difficult for them. It's Peter. Dunked by Solar. That's not on target, JW. Give it out, now he's gonna get bumped. Still no shot from him from Sky Blue as Barbman will clear it. Tiny. And now Sky Blue trying to look again. Infield pass, Eclipse. He'll go wide, he's still looking to put on pressure. Peter, dunk from Solar. Sky Blue, continue to pressure. SJW will keep it up. Tiny now. In the midfield. Barbman. Eclipse will take it out the sidewall. That's a free shot though! And a great play from Peter! Eclipse got those 2 touches, but ultimately it just handed the ball straight to Peter, and credit to Peter on how fast he reacts to that. He gave no chance on the defense to stop it. And for X35 Sky Blue, their defensive woes continue here into Game 4. Again, I think a lot of these... Well, that goal I don't think was really preventable for them. The last couple goals that they've had scored against them definitely have been. As far man off target, Peter. Dunk from Eclipse. Tiny. Eclipse won't get it. Stray W's missed it. Tiny. Low boost. Flick in front. This goes all the way back. Here comes Eclipse. Peter, that will get past Solar. Tiny. Maybe a midfield attempt, but Eclipse isn't there. And in fact, Eclipse is still playing defensively. Heading to the final 30 seconds. Demo from Eclipse. Tiny. Off the back wall. Peter will try to send it out. Now in comes Solar. AW. Solar again. Now Flarbman. It's just back and forth. Rocket League. Tiny. What a shot! Oh, that's incredible from Tiny! We have 15 seconds to spare. Sky Blue. They've always proven they can answer. And what an answer that is from Tiny. 15 seconds left. And this game is tied again. While Tiny may have made some mistakes earlier in this game, that goal, that's the second of that kind of type so far this game. And again, a huge performance from him. Even though, again, he has made some mistakes that have led to goals. He's had goals to make up for them. Now, this one will be kept up. Maybe a 0-second. Flarbman! Oh! Miyagi no gang freeze! Down the field, past the Flarbman, and there was no one better in that position. Miyagi no gang tie the series up. We've got more action coming up. A 2-2 scoreline. And does this series go to Game 7? It seems more and more likely that it will. Game 5 up next, and Sky Blue again need to really search within themselves to find out what the issue is. For them, it's a lot of mistakes. Mechanically, they're making mistakes. Decisionally, they're putting that ball in front of their own net. It is costing them here, but here we go. Game 5. Match point will be decided here in this one. But who will be the one to take it? Dunk. Off to the back wall. Eclipse will reach to it. Tiny now. Shot on maybe from Peter. Eclipse is waiting. Miyagi no gang. Again, just so much confidence coming into these games when you are able to take down Sky Blue like that. When you're able to get a goal like that from Farman, a player who's like that. He's so good. gives you confidence to really do whatever you want, and really to get whatever you want. And it's up to 135 Sky Blue to really shut that down. They have really struggled ever since Game 2, and just getting to offense, and really, it's been more so on defense as well. They've just been playing badly, but that's a well-played pass from Tiny to Solar. No mistakes there as Tiny sees Solar in the midfield, and that little misdirection will force Miyagi Dogen to wait on the shot. And from that kind of range, you're not going to miss. 1 goal for Sky Blue. It's Eclipse to the corner. Cleared away. As up next is Solar. Moving to the back wall. We will get the demo on JW. Tiny now. Infield, Flowerman will clear. Peter. Eclipse. Solar. Giving it up is Solar. Tiny now. Sky Blue again only holding 1 goal. They want a couple more. They know that these games are going to result in becoming somewhat high scoring. Two of these teams in the offense they have. That's a good clear. Eclipse wants the redirect. Hardman will get the save. Back the other way he goes. You get the dunk on Solar side, but here comes JW. Tiny with the block. And again, the defense of Sky Blue still stands strong. But for how long can they keep this 1 goal lead? We're only 90 seconds in, and already it does feel like Miyagi Dogen have everything that they need to get a goal and to tie things up. And that's good. Like from Solar down the field. It goes in. So many strong touches from Sky Blue that catch this team off guard from the sidewall. And again, it's always Peter who seems to be the last one back in those unfortunate situations. As again, just long shots that go through. X35 Sky Blue taking advantage of the elements of surprise. Gotta be able to surprise Sky Blue back here with some plays that can catch them off guard. Because so far, Sky Blue not happy with those 2 games that they lost. They want to prove that this is their series. That is saved away. The follow coming in from FLX Messi1. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Spodia stream. We're currently in Game 5 as Sky Blue almost made it free there. Gonna get match point on this series here. Solar. Blocked by JW. Sky Blue again. Able to get 1 goal early, shut things down, and now the offense is back to full force. But they did overcommit there. Eclipse won't get back. That one's shut in by Peter. Miyagi Dogen. I have a couple tricks up their own sleeve. A long shot from Peter. Will catch Eclipse going for the boost. Sky Blue were in a pretty calm situation there. Really couldn't have expected a goal like that against them, and yet it does happen here. Peter with a big time touch and a big time moment. As there's Eclipse. 3-1. Sky Blue didn't take very long to get another goal back as a miss from Peter will allow Eclipse to have an easy shot. Again, I told you, mechanical mistakes can be costly. Next 25 Sky Blue. Halfway through the game, 3-1 scoreline. They holding it very well, but they're not done just yet. Tiny in front. JW doesn't have it. Solar to the back wall. Peter will shoot it away from him. And now JW with the dunk. Miyagi Dogen. You know just how important a game like this is going to mean for them. They get match point against the 2nd seed in this bracket. Couldn't ask for much better if you're on Miyagi as Eclipse will send it to the sidewall. Solar. Peter. Back in. And now maybe a chance to shoot. Eclipse will clear. Flarbman. Peter trying to get the bump on Tiny. It won't work as now Eclipse. Redirect going on target! And Eclipse will bury this one. Sky Blue back to the usual offensive tactics. And that shot just too difficult to handle. And then what really made it so weird is how delayed that shot was. Waiting until the last moment to shoot. Giving the defense less time to react. Sky Blue. That might have just secured this game for them. I mean, there's still 90 seconds left. Knowing how they've been playing so far, as long as they keep their confidence, their defense going, and they keep themselves strong, they'll be fine. That's a good shot in from Peter. Maybe I spoke too soon. Miyagi Dogen are still there as Eclipse. Unfortunate 2nd touch off his own back wall. You know he didn't want that play to work out like that. And unfortunately, it will go against him. As Miyagi Dogang, 1 goal closer to making that comeback. Is JW. Barbman now. Peter can do whatever you want on this one, although he's going to jump with it. Fake under Solar. JW. Miss! Tiny infield! Barbman is waiting on the goal line. And now Solar trying to catch JW off guard, but JW was there for it. That demo may have caught him. Still, JW is continuing to push upfield. Off the corner. A Tiny's missed. Infield from Peter, but it won't go on now. Flarman. That's also wide of the back post, and Dogang will not be able to challenge here. Tiny across the goal. JW. You get it past Tiny. Now Tiny looking for the ground play. Saved by Flarman, keeping his team in it, at least for now. Flarman gets over the second player. Tiny. Give it from the back wall, and now a double commit from Miyagi Dogang. Peter, midfield. Flarman jumping, but he couldn't shoot it. And that will end it here. Sky Blue will be 1 game away now from taking the series, from moving to the semifinals. Miyagi Dogang will get 1 more. There's still technically 1 second left for them. But the chances of them scoring on that is next to nothing. We're going to be going to a game 6. Sky Blue doing everything they can to keep that kind of composure. There we go. We go to game 6 now. Max 25 Sky Blue with a chance to take the series with 1 more game. As the map will be Neo Tokyo. Miyagi Dogang going to try to see if they can force Sky Blue to get to their second game 7 in a row, but Sky Blue, they don't want to go there. They want to end the series here. As the pressure continues to mount, Max 25 Sky Blue, their chance to take the series here in game 6. This is a long one. It might just end here. I haven't seen a game 7 in a while, though. We'll see if maybe this series will have everything it takes to get there. Now, up to Sky Blue to repeat what they did last game. That's a good pass! And a good shot from Solar! Amazing! In the first 15 seconds, Sky Blue have not left off. They've just continued that pressure. Miyagi Dogang will watch in horror as that pass will find its way to the back of the net. And that's really all that Sky Blue needs. You know, a team like this will continue to put shots on, will continue to look for more goals. Miyagi Dogang have a tendency to not get shut out, so leading 1-0 will not be something that the Sky Blue team wants to do for a very long time. Is now looking for demos is Solar. Peter look off the corner, but Eclipse bumped himself. Solar. Bouncer in front of the net. Flarman. Eclipse will put it to the back wall, and Sky Blue be another chance to shoot. Waiting for it is Miyagi Dogang. It's Tiny. Keep it slow. A miss from Flarman. JW last one back. Now feel Flarman redirect. That will be slowly off the back wall. While no one was back there for Sky Blue, we'll just wait for the bounce to go in their favor. As Eclipse will get it. He almost missed it. JW was just a little too slow, and now Dogang. Bump from Tiny. JW off the side wall. And Flarman. Solar. JW, that's open! Solar didn't do well on that save. And it's a free shot on an open net. Solar had to react quickly, but he forgot to put in the flip to get that extra power. S25 Sky Blue being put under the pressure, and they have not been able to respond well from it. And I told you that 1 goal lead wasn't going to last for very long. S25 Sky Blue. Again, while they have proven they have the offense, they've also proven that their defense does have its tendency to stay really stuck. And it's just about making sure they coordinate that well as Solar demoed. Flarman back pass to Peter, but that's off the back wall. And now we demo on Tiny. Eclipse will hit it away. As Solar calls for it. And Eclipse, what a doink. He'll just send that ball to the other side of the field. And Miyagi Dogang can clear it back. Yeah, X35 Sky Blue have a boost now to utilize to get this ball out again. Tiny, dribble, 50, going towards the net. JW bumped away, and it's a save from Floorman off his own back wall. Doing everything he can to keep his team in it. Miyagi Dogang stay tied with an incredible, immaculate save from Floorman. And now the pass in field. No shot on the end of it. JW. Eclipse. Big clear. Sky Blue starting to fall back into their habit of playing defensively when that pressure starts to make itself known as Solar. And a boost on that dribble. Tiny now with only 12. Has to wait. Now the dunk. JW on target. Miyagi Dogang continue to push, but now maybe they just pushed too far. Solar side. Solar up the back wall, in for Eclipse, off the back himself, second touch not there, Tiny, light towards the net, Peanut will get to it. Miyagi Dogang used a good amount of boost on that play, they'll still get the passes, and Eclipse will have to make that save. Again, a big clear from Eclipse, right to Miyagi Dogang, but another touch here, and that means that Blue can get offense as long as they make good on this touch from Solar. And he does, right towards the net. Eclipse, jumping early, 50 zip throw! Eclipse is just heavier. He went to the gym, he hits the muscle onto JW. And he puts everything, all the weight of his car behind it. The lead is now in favor of 135 Sky Blue. 90 seconds left. 90 seconds for Miyagi Dogang to keep their dream alive. Sky Blue here, try to ruin it. Tiny. Flarbman. Back midfield. Flarbman, definitely a scary player as now he's put it into for Peter. And he will get past JW. Now back the other way. Eclipse. Shot. Just trying to give a bit of a scary time for Miyagi Dogang, but Flarbman is dealing with it quite well. He's actually found Peter on that pass. Solar off the corner. No second touch. Peter, whiff. Flarbman dunked. That one. Saved by JW, but here comes the shot. Peter's got the block. 2 saves back-to-back from Miyagi Dogang. They're still playing defense. A save from JW. Panic all around the field. They've run out of resources at this point, and now they're just hoping to get that ball in their hands. Tiny. Peter. Another save. Eclipse in front, and that will bounce its way in. Sky Blue. Flying sky high. As that ball pinballed its way in. Miyagi Dogang couldn't keep them out forever. Now Sky Blue are on the verge of a Game 6 series victory. Eclipse wants to end it. Dribble. Faking. Couldn't take it. Here comes Tiny. Trying to take the dribble. Solar's jumped in too. That's going out for Miyagi Dogang. Maybe a chance. Bouncer. Eclipse. Almost didn't reach it. And now Peter trying to keep it alive. Flarbman won't challenge. JW jumping in too. Everybody up from Miyagi Dogang, but they won't get the opportunity. This one will end. This will be Sky Blue's series to win, and they are moving to the semifinals on a 4-2 victory. Down the line, back and forth. Sky Blue will win the last 2 games to take it, and they'll be a semifinalist. Now, they'll just have to wait to see who they'll meet there waiting for them. But they are series winners. Miyagi Dogang are eliminated from the playoffs. A hard-fought run. They kept it up close with a team that was definitely one that definitely had the advantage on them. And yet, it won't be enough. They will fall here. As, again, what a matchup. Our best of 7 actually went a little longer than expected, meaning that we'll be going off to a quick break very soon. Again, reminder, our next match will be Nola Flight, Pathological Flyers. Let me find it. Versus Thrifty, Ascent. If I find that too, again, Two teams coming in. A best of 5 will be what's next. We'll be seeing you guys very soon. We'll go to a quick break. We'll be right back. Well, that was a very quick break, but welcome back, everybody. We've got one more match tonight, but let's take a look at our schedule again here on the Sporty stream for this Friday afternoon. Well, now it's evening. It's very much the evening here. So again, we had a 7 p.m. match, Seagulls versus Capybaras, Seagulls winning in a sweep. Then we had Mach and Untitled Esports Red. That went to Game 5 with Untitled Esports Red taking it. And we just saw our only best 7 tonight, Onyx 35 Sky Blue winning that against Miyagi getting freeze in Game 6. And now We end up with one more best of 5. This is for the Black Lotus Fall Open. It's Nullified Pathological Flyers, Thrifty Ascent. Thrifty Ascent, one of the last teams to sign up. It's a team of players that you actually will somewhat recognize. You'll recognize at least some of them if you've been on the stream long enough. Again, Pathological Flyers, very new players. We've not seen any of these guys before. With 50 Ascent, we've seen Rival and Wall. You'll know Rival because he plays for Valhalla Aces, and you'll know Wall because of two teams. More of you are probably gonna remember him from Team Ignition. He was on the stream a lot for that team. He was actually one of the players on the Ignition main team when I joined the organization. He then joined Rosetta Cuervo, which became Nola Fight Cuervo. He was on Rosetta Cuervo when they're on the stream recently as well. In fact, that was the last time he was on the stream, was when he was on Rosetta Cuervo when they were in the again, we were on Rosetta Cuervo back during let me find out what it was called. Back during the LDC Invitational Legends Cup, we saw actually this whole qualifier run where they would eventually make it. So, situation we're in here again. Very solid teams overall. Here, as this is part of the Pinnacle Cup, the GC2 GC3 Cup, I believe it's GC2 GC3. Pinnacle Cup. Again, I believe it's GC2 GC3. No, it's GC3 SSL, actually. Even higher rank, actually. GC2 is included in the lower ranking cup, known as, I believe, the Legends Cup? It is known as the Excellence Cup. No, it's not. It's the Ultimate Cup. Not Legends. That's different. But anyways, again, two really solid teams. We're going to have them in very soon here for this one. Again, this is a best of 5. This is only week 1. Check the team profile picture. Yeah, the team profile picture 50 Cent is amazing. You could tell that they are a last-minute team, but the fact that the profile picture is literally just made in paint. Whereas again, Pathological Flyers end up relatively earlier on in the process. As again, they are part of Nola Fight. That NF stands for Nola Fight. Honor we actually haven't seen on the stream in a very long time. They used to join a lot more for other LOS Champs games, not so much anymore. You know, one reason or another. But hey, again, we got these teams coming in again. Always nice to see some returning players to the stream again. We've seen Rival really recently again back with Valhalla Aces when they played 125 Astros most recent when they won that match in a game 5. And then of course Wall we last saw in Rosetta Cuervo when he got through the qualifiers. We'll get that prediction poll up. Nullified Pathological Flyers or Thrifty Ascent. I think Nullified is given the advantage in this matchup. And both these teams are in a group together. Not an easy group. There's a lot of really good teams. Really got to prove themselves here as we're going to see just how well they can play. As it is, again, Pathological Flyers, Thrifty Ascent. The last match of the night. This will be a best of 5. Best of 7 like we had the last round. This is just a best of 5. All these first matches are bests of 5s. Again, it should be very interesting. And we're just going to be waiting on these teams here, on them to join. As soon as they're here, we're going to get this matchup started. And again, if you guys don't know anything about the Black Lotus Invitational, actually I'm one of the guys who directs it. I can tell you all about it. It is 2 cups. Again, it's the Ultimate Cup, which is GC1, GC2, and it's the Pinnacle Cup, GC3 SSL. Again, we have 2 groups of teams. They have 4 weeks. They need to get out of their groups, basically the top half of the groups, for and it's top 8, I believe, on both. Nope, it's top 12, actually, for the Ultimate Cup. Ultimate Cup has 20 teams. Top 12 make it to playoffs. Top 4 getting a first round bye. Whereas for the Pinnacle Cup, it is 14 teams. Only the top 6, sorry, only the top 8 will make it in to the playoffs. So again, these teams wanting to get to the playoffs, you gotta win a good amount of your matches to do that. As there's very many out there. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder, but there's a lot of thunder out there. As again, we're getting as again, I will say 50 Cent has already joined. They joined in actually really early, which is quite surprising for teams at this level. High-level teams love to wait. But again, these teams actually might be joining in early. Might actually get this match started a little early as well. I have no problem with that. Again, we are having a lot of thunder outside. That does not make me feel good. But we'll get these things. We'll get this match going very, very soon here. Again, a best of 5. Both these teams at 0-0 records. Again, this is just for the group stage, though. They have 4 matches. You can get into the top of your group. That is actually for the Pinnacle Cup. For these teams, at least, it's the top 3 out of 5 teams in their group. So they just have to win majority of their matches to get through. Again, we're going to get these things in. Prediction poll is up. What do you think will take this one? Do you think Pathological Flyers or Thrifty Ascent will take it? Get your votes in for the last match of the night. This is your last chance to get points. Did also notice a follow from Blackjack recently. Thank you, Blackjack. If you are still in chat, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Spotify stream. Congratulations on your win earlier today on Untitled Esports Red. Okay, where did you get this thing? Again, it's a 4th and final match of the night. And I'm excited. This is a really high-level match. It's rare on the stream ever get to see this kind of gameplay because it's not easy, really, to get high-level gameplay on the stream. Because a lot of times, it's hard to find them. Hard to find matches, especially since most leagues don't go past GC2. Although I guess to be fair, we are starting to get more of it nowadays. But again, very rare we ever get SSL level gameplay. But again, they're ready whenever they are. They have all joined in. We'll get this matchup started in just a moment. Let me quickly check on something. Let's give these teams good luck. We are at our match start time. Yellow Flight Pathological Flyers on the blue. Thrifty Ascent on the orange. A best of 5 series. Both of these teams only have 3 players. And they're here tonight. Pathological Flyers, Thrifty Ascent. The first week of the Pinnacle Cup of Black Lotus Fall Open. These teams are looking to those playoffs. But to do so, they've got 4 weeks of grueling action first, before they make it. Here at the Spotify stream is week 1. The question is, who will start off better? If the Ascent are kind of, again, a new team full of players who just wanted to join into this tournament. All of them on very different teams. Again, I've already mentioned about the players that we know, as in Rival and Wall. Rival on Valhalla, Wall on, well, was on Rosetta. He's, I think, actually currently not on a team. As now, again, really solid players. We'll see how they work together, though. With Junior being the captain, a player that I actually have never seen before. We'll see how well they play, as typical. Pathological Flyers doing really well transitioning here. You can already tell a lot of defense from Wall. As he's sitting pretty far back. Again, his name already suggests a defensive playstyle. He's a relatively defensive player. He does sit back a lot. He mostly just makes up for being consistent, at least as consistent as he can be. As typical. Cross the net, and that's a good shot from Treasy! And Pathological Flyers get goal 1. Typical, gets through Wall, gets past Junior, and he Rival backflips. I don't think he saw Treasy there. And that just isn't good enough for them. They couldn't get the block. Thrifty Ascent will go down by 1. Pathological Flyers will go up by 1. As the offense all will have a reward at the end, but here comes Rival. Treasy keeps it out, Rival. Now a close angle shot, goal for Typical, and he couldn't get it. Now they have to fish it out of his net as Rival will tie the game up. Treasy with an early block, but look at this angle from Rival. That is a difficult shot to make. You can't blame Treasy for not expecting that. Pathological Flyers. The goal in their favor. Typical. In front. Touchdown! Ho ho! Incredible from Typical! Oh my goodness, the follow-up on this! No time needed! 1 more goal for Pathological Flyers. Game 1 is back in their court. And the pressure continues to mount. Pathological Flyers giving us the offense. Here comes Wall. 50 Ascent back the other way. No chances there. Typical. Sending it back. 50 Ascent again of overall stayed very defensive. You can tell that they aren't really all that used to each other. They haven't had enough time to get used to each other. As now, that one off the crossbar, off the post. Here comes Treasy off the back wall. That one in front. Rifle will clear as 50 Ascent continue to play on their goal line. But they have been able to get this ball out, and it is still close. Even with them playing so far back, that defense could still be of a benefit. Wall. Dribble. Flick. Bumped by Jacob. Still looking for chances. Pathological Flyers. And I go up with it. As here in the midfield, Junior. That's kept away. As typical. Junior. That's a bad touch. Jacob will take advantage. Junior didn't show up. And that's gonna be an easy third goal for Pathological Flyers. In the midfield, Junior whiffed. Jacob has the play. And every mistake you make just gets amplified that much more if you're on 50%. You're playing so far back. And you can really tell that this pressure is getting to the best of them again. You can tell that this team is not one that's been around for a very long time. In fact, oh, that's gonna be even worse. Jacob's now made it 4 goals for Pathological Flyers. And 50's return to the stream after a pretty long hiatus will not be a positive one. At least not for game 1. As Pathological Flyers. I mean, again, you could just tell that this team, they know each other. They've been around each other long enough. The chemistry is there. Whereas for 50 Ascent, it really isn't. You can tell that they just aren't rotating around each other as well, and they're leaving a lot of openings that Pathological Flyers are scoring. Like there, from Treasy. Jacob was able to walk to that back wall. Treasy was able to get that shot. Just too much time given to the Pathological Flyers. And every time they'll get a chance to shoot, they'll put it in. This game 1 is going to end off as a blowout. As the Pathological Flyers just continue to press further. Treasy, dunked by Rival, typical. Junior can't take it. Now Rival up the sidewall. Jacob jumping in quickly. And that one almost goes 6. But it does hit the post, and 50 Ascent go the other way. Only 1 goal in their name, and it might say that way as Jacob off the back wall. Touchdown for Treasy. That's blocked by Rival. Follow up from typical. Number 6 goes through. We still have over a minute left, and I'm very worried if I'm 50 Ascent of just how many goals can happen. Because the goals keep on coming. And I don't know if they're ever going to stop. Because Pathological Flyers are going to give them a beat down here in this one. See if a change happens. It's typical. The preset, second flip. Get the 50 on arrival. Right without any boost. Option in the midfield is Junior, but he's got to waste time. Infield. Almost got Junior to that one, but Jacob will send it away. 50 Ascent. Then we'll at least waste some time, and maybe they're thinking about game 2, but because game 1 already is over. It's a big shutdown here from Pathological Flyers. Proving that, no, they're not going to let a random team of players beat them down here in the game 1. They're going to show them who's boss. As Jacob. The resets. You fake for typical off the back wall. Typical. Now past to Treasy. Incredible from typical. We've already seen him go for some incredible plays already this game. What about this one? They're completely subverting expectations. Going to the back wall, catching it, flicking it back midfield. The Ascent. Just have to watch an awe as that goes through the defense. With no way to block it. And now a double fake from Pathological Flyers. I mean, sure, why not? They're going for a solo effort. Typical. Won't get to that one. Even then, look at the offense from the Pathological Flyers. It's still there. Final 10 seconds. Treasy. Jacob jumping in pursuit. Junior gets over both of them. Rival. Dunk. 50 Ascent can try to keep this alive, but... oh, maybe they will. Typical's going to his own back wall. Wall will put it in. And have one more goal for the road for 50 Ascent. Well, game 1 will still be quite a big difference. A 0-second goal can maybe lighten the mood here for 50 Ascent. Moving into game 2. Northern Flight's Pathological Flyers. With about as dominant a performance as you can have in game 1. 7-2. As hello in chat there again. I can already see a lot of people in chat. Welcome in. Asking how am I doing? I'm doing pretty well, man. This is the last match of the night, and I'm excited for it. There's some really high-level action. Pathological Flyers with absolute domination in game 1. 50 Ascent already most of some pretty defensive players at times, and Wall and Rival. And it's not really helping them in this series that they don't really have the same chemistry that Pathological Flyers do. And yeah, that Nola Fight side taking them down pretty quickly. 7-2 in game 1. We move to game 2. These teams could have a chance at continuing that kind of pressure. As the players already back in. Here we go, game 2 is on. The good thing about this game for 50 Cent is that their scoreline is completely reset to 0. The bad thing is, they're down 1 game, and it was not close. They've got to prove that at least at the very least they can keep it close with this team. If not, maybe they can take a win. Pathological Flyers have definitely proven their worth as a miss off the back wall is really making things awkward for them. Typical will send it out. And this should be a little Flight's ball, but Jacob go all the way back. Rival chasing after him, looking for the pinch on the corner. He'll go across. Junior wants it. Treasy using his crossbar is a bit of a helpful hand there. Pressure coming on 50 Ascent. Typical. Wall. They'll look for Junior. Jacob gonna cut off that play. Treasy to the corner. Jacob. Beaten by Rival. And Pathological Flyers trying to get themselves back into being a comfortable position. But this game has not been that. As a miss from Freezy. Wall will put it in. And a miss. We've seen a couple whiffs from Pathological Flyers already. The pressure of 50 Cent starting to grow a little bit more. And maybe that little bit of growth can help them. Right now it has. It's 1 goal up for them. Their first lead of the series. It will come early in game 2, and it's only 1 goal. They still have a lot more work to do. Wall. Dribbles it. Jacob. Stopped by Rival. Now Treasy coming in. And back by Wall. Rival. Jacob will beat. And 50 Cent going all the way back as Pathological Flyers down the field. Jacob. Wall off the corner. Still going is Wall as Pathological Flyers being forced to chase after this one more and more. And it is 50 Cent again hitting that ball a lot. They're just hitting the ball around a lot. Wasn't Pathological Flyers to kind of keep up with the ball, chase after them. Yeah, they might have to change around. That's a good shot though. Top right corner for Treasy. And Nola Fly Pathological Flyers will get the tie game here. Jacob sets up Treasy perfectly, and that's a really good opportunity for Treasy. Wall was covering the front post, that's why you go for the back post. Nola Flight. Now starting to get that kind of onslaught going. But a quick challenge from Junior. Doomsy Dish will have it. Lead back to 50 Ascent. Right off the kickoff. A bump from Junior. And just a little Doomsy Dish to kind of make sure it goes in. Even though Rival was there, it doesn't matter. Someone was going to score for 50 Ascent. Someone on 50 Ascent was going to take that lead. Pathological Flyers need to answer back. Treasy didn't get bumped, but he did hit it heavily there, and Rival will try to send it back. Jacob whiffs it. Junior to Rival. 50 Ascent hold the lead for now. Again, with the defense that they have, they can definitely rely on that back line to hold them at this point. With them having the lead, they're going to force Pathological Flyers to maybe make riskier plays, something that they'll be happy to watch and take and try to answer back with. As Treasy dribble in for typical infield pass success. We haven't seen a lot of that from 50 Ascent. Been a lot of solo efforts from 50 Ascent. Pathological Flyers, though, again, they have that chemistry, and so they can find each other. And just a great pass to an open net. And then this one is being kept close. 50 Ascent allowing themselves to really get back into it, but Pathological Flyers are finding goals at the same kind of rate. But off the kickoff, Junior saved by Treasy. Follow up from Wall. Jacob. Oh, he overshot it. Jacob trip off the post. And Wall will say, thank you very much. We take those here. Because that was definitely savable. He pre-flipped. He didn't trip off the post. He pre-flipped what he thought was going to be a strong shot. Whether that was a million IQ from Wall or just a bad shot, who knows? But 50 Ascent won't mind. They have the lead. That's what's concrete. They continue to put in answers to what Pathological Flyers can do on the other way. Jacob. Wall. Low boost off the back wall. Jacob. On target, but in comes Treasy. Still not on. Wall will send it out as typical. They'll win that challenge, but it's off to the corner. Junior. Pinch play. That will go across the face of the goal. That's typical. Dunk on rival. What a pinch! Oh my goodness, typical! Talk about finding any way you can get a goal. That is one way to do it. A massive dunk on rival. And if it works, they don't complain. High game again for the third time in a row. We're tied. None of these teams can really just pull apart from each other. Even though game one was one-sided, Pathological Flyers, ever since they've been scored on first, things have definitely been kept closer. And again, it feels like, again, that 50 Ascent has started to kind of elevate, really get into their own here. A lot of solo efforts, using that kind of solo ability to break down the Pathological Flyers. And the fact that they have been this consistent has been nothing short of impressive. Where they themselves have not made those mistakes. They haven't made as many whiffs. Where they've been able to play aggressively, been able to push up. Pathological Flyers definitely have made those mistakes, but I mean, credit where credit's due. They still have those quality plays that 50 Ascent has not shown that they can do. Finding teammates, finding passes, reading each other. That is not as easy for 50 Ascent when these guys have just formed that team together for this tournament. As Wall on the field, Jacob to the back wall, rival bumped by Jacob. Treasy off the corner. Typical back wall, second touch, doesn't get it. In comes Treasy, opened back post, and that is the lead for Nola Fly Pathological Flyers. Typical faked the double tap, got Junior jumping, and rival was caught flat-footed. He had to just guess where it was going. Stood in the middle of the net. Treasy went for the post behind him. And now Pathological Flyers with the lead with 40 seconds left. All they need to do is hold it. Easier said than done though, and especially when you miss the ball like that. Rivals got it off the kickoff. Jacob with an embarrassing play in his own corner, completely whiffed. And rival, I mean, he just is ready for it. Junior to rival, the passing, allowing a fourth tied game now, fourth tied scoreline in this game. Again, no one team can go without the other scoring against them. A game like this might just go to overtime. We'll see if that happens. As typical, Jacob is not going to get this one. It's going to go backwards. Treasy to force it through the midfield. Jumping his rival, but he doesn't have the touch. Wall's been bumped. Treasy, back wall. Typical, not on the target. Still pushing low are the Pathological Flyers. In the final 10 seconds, maybe looking for one shot to end it at 0 seconds. In front, Wall will send it to the ground. We've got overtime, golden goal in game 2. Pathological Flyers were dominant in game 1, but in this game, their mistakes have proven to be costly, and a miss from Treasy will end it. Pathological Flyers have crumbled before our very own eyes. Treasy had time. He went early, and he shouldn't have. Realistically, even though he went early, he should have still had that. And the mistakes gift Thrifty Ascent game 2. And this series is all tied up, and the pressure and the, momentum going to Thrifty Ascent now. This massive underdog definitely proving what they can do here. And again, a lot of it was just taking advantage of Nola Flight Pathological Flyers missing the ball. Black Lotus fall open, week 1. Thrifty Ascent ties the series up at 1-1. Game 3 will determine match points. Pathological Flyers need to kind of whip themselves back up into shape. They were consistent in Game 1. They didn't make those mistakes in Game 1. In Game 2, they did, and that's all 50 Cent needed. They're just taking advantage of those mistakes. Mistakes that cannot be made. Yeah, that's really all they're getting their goals from. Have been errors. It hasn't been much else. Again, Pathological Flyers have looked like the better team when it comes to what they can create. 50 Ascent has really been waiting a lot more for the plays to just kind of work for them. As a double commit. Chance for rival, open net. And again, the mistakes being made by Pathological Flyers. And Thrifty Ascent is ready for that. A double commit between Treasy and Typical. And it's Rival's shot, lone shot in the midfield. That will take it. Errors. Proving to be very costly here for Pathological. This Junior. No boost left. We'll leave it for Wall. And the reason why Junior did still challenge was because, again, he wanted to fake out. If he left that play like that, that gives his opponents an easy time to challenge. Wall was on a position where he doesn't have a lot of momentum going his way. Pathological Flyers did. Jumping like that will force them to sit back and maybe have to prepare for a 50-50. Instead, obviously, Wall will come in to challenge. There's Jacob. Midfield. Wall almost got the dunk. Now in comes the shot. Junior's missed! Oh my goodness! Tracy's gonna take that one. A miss on a very slow shot from Treasy. Junior. A rare miss from such a strong player. The flight Pathological Flyers are back. And again, it looks like it might be one of those games where we just see everybody scoring on each other, but Jacob off the kickoff. I didn't even know that was on target. A quick shot that gets Junior to jump, but he won't reach it. Speedy from Pathological Flyers off the kickoff. Jacob leaves no time left here for 50 Cent to come back to save that one. Typical. Wall. Tries to get around him. Now he's around a second. Someone with Jacob. Wall. Gets in the midfield for rival. Wall. Just sits himself in front of the ball. And nobody can stop his one-man wrecking crew. Rival with a very easy shot in front of that goal. Again, a lot of solo attempts from 50 Cent. A lot of singular player plays that are working for them. If they continue to work, they're going to continue to use them. Well, let's go Flyers. Fake up, flip, reset. Oh, he almost wanted that second touch, but he couldn't get it. Now midfield for Treasy. That shot bound under JD Jr. Treasy off the pass. Back and forth and back again. Pathological Flyers have the lead here. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record when I say this, but wouldn't be surprised if 50 Cent get a goal back. That's been how the series has been going, hasn't it? Just everybody going to be keeping it tied up, keeping it close. Ball through the midfield, Typical. Has the boost to work with around Rival. Flip reset. Wall challenges. Rival has the ball here. Midfield for Rival. Typical. From Junior. Now he's going to the back wall. Typical. One last touch. Wall's got the block. I mentioned to you again that one thing that 50 Cent have is they have a lot of players who can play well on that defense. Wall's one such player. Getting back on ignition. His defense was very tough to break down. It's Junior to Wall. Picking up the field is Wall. He's got this one. He's got the catch. Fake on Jacob. Typical dunk by Rival. Junior. 50 Ascent. Pass across for Wall. But it was just a little too strong from Junior, and that will go away. But Rival can challenge. Typical went over him. Jacob. Redirect. Drop down. Maybe. Typical can't challenge. Will be 50 Cent's ball once again. Typical misses that. Jacob. Oh, there was a recovery. He's just going to go back to defense here. As Rival with space. Wall. Rival off the back wall. He jumped in. Wall jumped in too. 50 Cent. That's oh my goodness. What is it with these whiffs here? Pathological Flyers. And I mean, that was not supposed to be a shot from Junior. He was just trying to make offense for Wall to challenge, but Jacob, for whatever reason, did not read that properly. And just like that, 50 Ascent will be given another goal here. Again, the mistakes from the Pathological Flyers are giving 50 Ascent chances in this series. Without these kind of mistakes, 50 Ascent wouldn't be in this position. Rival. Trying to clear it. Treasy will send it back in off of Typical. Now Typical to the back wall. Junior. Send it away, but it was just a little too strong. Jacob now. Second touch. In front. Dangerous play for 50 Ascent as they waited on that goal line. But they're able to get it out. The defense. 50 Ascent again. This is something that they can be very happy with. Their defense has played very well to what Pathological Flyers have done. To the point where Pathological Flyers are forced to have to pass to each other to break through the defense. Really has no other way to do it. As a bump to Jacob. Off target. Rival again was just trying to send it away. Treasy. Rival. Over Treasy. And 60 seconds now remaining in this game here. Winner of this will take match point, and it's really any team's game to win. As Typical. Stopped by Junior. Wall now. Hanks the 50 for Rival. But he's dunked. That one is not on target, off the post. And it will stay wide. As Wall will chase after it with no boost left. Sending it to Rival, hoping he can waste a little bit of time here for him to get some resources. But he won't get any. Now he will. At that point, he's been demoed. Typical. Dribble. Corner, Junior. We won't have it. We'll just leave it here for Wall to make that save. Easy. Junior's now going to make his own. Pathological Flyers laying siege in the final seconds of Game 3. They have not been able to get a game winner just yet. And now, a clear. 50 Cent. They're going to keep it up for the moment. Rival. Treasy. The Typical. One last chance. That one not on target. And it will drop to the ground. As hello, your boy, J3. Welcome in chat. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for showing support. Thanks for joining on. We are in Game 3 OT. Winner of this takes match points here between 50 Ascent and Nullified Pathological Flyers. Nullified have had the stronger offensive chances. Their mistakes have proven to cost them dearly. All they really need to do is make sure they don't make any more. Pathological Flyers could really take that as their chance to score. Breezy. Jacob. Reads it. Just goes straight to Junior, who can collect this. And a dunk from Typical. Rival. Flick. Treasy. Awkward. One-on-one. Double commit from Pathological Flyers, but they do recover. That ball goes down the other way. Jacob demoed from behind. I'll prevent him from shooting. And the goal still hasn't happened yet. These teams continue to battle. As Typical. Breezy to the corner. Rival will send it away. As thank you for the follow. And for your boy JT. Welcome to the Spodia stream. Thank you so much for your support here. Again, we're in Game 3 overtime. Nullified Pathological Flyers 50 Ascent here in the ATS Ascent Tournament Series. Black Lotus Fall Open Pinnacle Cup, which is the GC3 SSL Cup. This is week 1 of 4 of the group stages. If you're in the top half of your group, you'll be moving on to the playoffs. There's of the 14 teams in the Pinnacle Cup. Only 8 will make it to the final bracket. Junior off the corner in front. Rival shot, goal, and that will end Game 3. That's how quickly it can end here. 50 Ascent now, only one game away from taking the series as Junior finds Rival. Again, a great solo effort from Junior to put that play in front of the goal. Rival had it easy there to shoot that one. As we are done Game 3, we're going into Game 4 of our last series of the night. 50 Ascent only need one more. As again, they're just taking advantage of mistakes. The mistakes are happening. My only worry is if Nullified Pathological Flyers start to kind of cancel out on those mistakes, start to kind of play things cleaner. I do not see 50 Ascent keeping up with this, but for now, the playstyle's worked. While it is a playstyle that I do not like, don't think it's one that they can do consistently. It's working, and I mean that's really all that matters for this team at this point. As Game 4 about to go underway. Thrifty Ascent only needs one more win. Pathological Flyers. Well, they're gonna have to do one win just to keep the series going. The bump on wall in front for Treasy. What a block from Rival. The pre-jump save. Used all his boost just to get there. And really was just hoping the shot would go at him. And mine, he covered the net well. Pre-jumps like that usually indicate that the team is not comfortable on defense. And I mean, that was very obvious there. What a block it is. As now, oh, Rival just cleared it all the way back to his own half. Jacob, met by Junior. Treasy, Junior. Jacob won't turn on it as it's Junior's ball. He still has boost. Flip resets. Jacob sends it away. Wall. Don't have enough just to get back. Now he can challenge. Get around Typical. Wall. Dunked. A miss from Junior. Will now Typical to shoot, but Wall's got that block. 50 Ascent again, waiting on the back line. There's Jacob. Pass one. Now off the back wall. He's going to pinch it away. Trying to take the boost away from 50 Ascent. It's not the boost that the Pathological Fire should be worried of. It would be those counterattacks. It was a miss from Junior. Had issues covering that corner. Still goalless. This Junior will win the challenge here. He's got that mid boost. Chance for a counterattack. Off the back wall. Jacob across his goal. Rival wanted the shot but couldn't get it. And Wall, he's got to go all the way back just to send it down the field. Typical. Running it back in. Junior. Off the sidewall for Rival. Another big clear. Met by Nola Flight's Pathological Flyers. Wall. Typical. Solo play. One-on-one with Rival. Again, 50 Ascent. Continue to stand strong on defense. Continue to stand tall on defense. For how long? Pathological Flyers not trying to make those mistakes. They're definitely preventing it from being up this high as Junior. Jacob. Rival. Back for Wall. Who gonna find Rival again. The passing plays into the midfield. Wall. Off the back wall. Second touch. Drop down. Typical. Prevent any follow-up chances. Rival jumping early. He's gotten beaten here by Typical. The amount of time that he's up in the air really slowed him down. Pathological Flyers are still having to wait here for 50 Ascent as Rival. Jacob will send it back. Typical is not going to jump though. He did jump. Junior's beaten both of them though. Crazy. Inch with Wall. That's going to go all the way back. 50 Ascent have not been able to win a lot of 50-50s in this game. As now in front, Jacob saved by Junior. Wall will take it for the dribble. Flick. Upwards. Typical jumped early. So did Treasy. Neither of them will have to worry about a shot though as a demo. Multiple demos coming in. 50 Ascent. Their offensive second man removed. Is in the midfield. Jacob. That's saved by Junior. Oh my, that was close. But he keeps it out. And we're still scoreless. That ball was halfway the net. Junior was able to keep it away from going in. Rival. Down the field. Jacob. He'll have the save there. Treasy. Junior. Pinches it. Wall. Look at that one. And 50 Ascent. Still attacking. Wall from the midfield. Now he's been demoed for his efforts. Rival off the back wall. Treasy waiting. Junior. His chance to shoot. But it's too weak. Typical. Will keep it out. Now Rival putting one in front. Jacob is waiting. Wall now. Treasy will just clear it down the field. Junior's been bumped. And Treasy's going to be given credit. All it takes is one chance. Wall gave it to Treasy and Junior gets removed by Typical. 56 seconds remaining. 50 Ascent have not scored yet, and it's looking unlikely they may ever be able to score. Pathological Flyers. Well, they've had to break down that defense. They finally have done it. But a mistake! Open backfield! Junior to Rival! And that goes in! A double commit! An overcommit! Whatever you want to call it. Pathological Flyers have just given up their opportunity. A greedy play in the last minute All they had to do was play defensively. But their chance of scoring a second goal got the better of them. And now they've got to get a goal again. Junior. And by Typical, who will also now take this upfield, off the corner, in front, Wall. What a redirect. That is a powerful touch from Wall. I mean, that situation, expecting him to hit it that way is just not likely. Is now Rival dribble, pop up to the back post. 50 Ascent trying to make it happen. 18 seconds left in the game, and this could be the end of the series. Their defense just needs to hold on a little bit longer. Rival all by himself, and 50 Ascent. Week 1 shenanigans here. The last minute sign up. And they could take them down, but Typical doesn't get it. Jacob won't get the chance to shoot. Final 10 seconds. Treasy saved by Wall. Everything going up for Pathological Flyers. Typical gonna keep it alive, but Rival will see this one down. 50 Ascent takes the series 3-1. 2 overtime wins. A game 4 that came down to the wire. And 50 Ascent, after losing game 1 7-2, have now just won the last 3 games straight, a 3-1 series victory. They start off their Black Lotus Fall Open incredibly well. As a raid from Pyro J, welcome in Pyro, how you doing? We just got to see 50 Ascent here win against the Pathological Flyers. Hopefully your stream was good, Pyro. Thank you so much for raiding. As again, welcome everybody, my name is SpuddyFC. If you don't know who I am a Rocket League caster commentator, and wow, what a series that was. It was close, it really stayed that way, but will be the Pathological Flyers who are the winners. What a matchup. We're going to see if we can get an interview with this team. Again, it is the last match of the night. Again, I'm happy that you all are doing well. What were you doing, Pyro? Hopefully you were doing something fun. I know you have a lot of different games that you play. Again, what a series. We'll take a look again on our schedule here. Our day started with Seagulls versus Capybaras, the only 2v2 match of the night. That would end in a sweep. We went to Mach 10 Untitled Esports Red, the only Splash Series match. That went to Game 5, ended with Untitled Esports Red winning it. Then we had a 4-2 win. As X35 Sky Blue won 4-2, the only best of 7. And then 50 Ascent with what is an incredible 3-1 win over Pathological Flyers. As you're just playing some RL2s, I'm happy to hear it. How are those 2s? Hopefully they were fun. Again, we're going to get an interview here. I think we're going to get all the players here from 50 Ascent to join us. Oh, 1 second. Rival, I don't actually have... Rival, okay, welcome in, Rival. Rival's joining us here. Rival, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. But
Again, they didn't actually hear you. You want to ask again? Because I guess the catcher's getting asked questions here now. That's not usually how it works.
it was a combined question from me, JR, and Wall. What was it like casting that series?
That was incredible. I cannot believe you guys have won. You guys were definitely the underdogs here. Again, it was what a weird series it was. But you guys took advantage of mistakes. You guys kept it close. You're like the little engine that could. You just kept on punching up at Pathological Flyers, and you took them down. Junior now also joining us, and Wall is too. Junior, what a series! The start of the Black Lotus Fall Open. You guys were one of the last teams to sign up. You're just a team of people who just wanted to play in this tournament. And to start off your season, start off your tournaments this well. Did you expect this coming into this Fall Open?
Absolutely not. We we have not scrimmed. We have not
I
done
just met
anything
them
with-
about 40 minutes ago.
Pretty much, Wall just joined the call 5 minutes before the game, and said hello. Played the game. This game scheduling wise was kind of whack, so that's all we were pretty much dealing with the entirety of this week. We talked about scrims, never did them. So coming into this game, we were a little shaky, as you can see the 7-1 or 7-2 that happened at the beginning of the game. But other than that, we kind of started getting comfortable, having fun, taking it seriously, but at the same time doing what we do best. And yeah, it worked out.
Of course, I mean, and just to kind of add on to that, Wall, you've been in these ATS tournaments before. Last time you're here, you're actually on the stream as well for Rosetta Cuervo. now on Thrifty Ascent. You're one of those guys who you always seem to show up on the stream. No matter what happens, you're one of those guys who just continue to show up every now and
Come
again.
on, Sparty. I gotta give you a show. I gotta give you a show.
He's always got to join. He's always got to join in again. And something that I've always mentioned about you is that you are a defensive player. I know a lot of people didn't notice that back on Team Ignition because everybody on that team was defensive, but you are a generally pretty defensive player. And for 50 Ascent, that was very obvious here. You guys sat on that goal line a lot in this series. There was a lot of chances where that ball was sitting on the goal line. You had to make saves where the ball was halfway in your net. That defense came in handy. But what was it that kind of kept your calm? Because you guys never really panicked all too much in that series. Again, you guys looked very calm. What was it about this kind of random ragtag team that was you guys stayed calm and you didn't make all that many rotational mistakes?
You're funny if you think it was calm. We thought it was Jover after game 1.
Oh.
He was so Jover.
You guys looked calm after game 1. You guys looked admittedly after game 1, you guys did not look too super stressed. You guys did have to run around, but you guys got things done again, and you didn't make too many rotational mistakes. Can you kind of elaborate on why that happened, or is it just that you guys just somehow worked together? Did things just click well today?
I mean, I think it really just did kind of click together. It just, because there wasn't really any strategy involved or anything. Like I said, this was our first time playing together. So, I mean, I just met the guy. Like, I've never even talked to them in DMs either. Like, this is my first time ever,
We just combined our giant monkey nuts and we just went at it.
All right then. All right then. Well, Rival was going to ask you the next question. I guess I will still do that, but I mean, that's a first. I have a feeling someone's going to clip that.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Rival, people can hear you, and this will be posted on YouTube, so that's going to be saved forever. So everybody's going to know Rival as the guy who said that. I'm not even going to repeat those words.
No, please do.
No, thank you. I have professionalism to keep here, but again, a 3-1 win. It is interesting again that you guys said first time coming in. You're coming in from Valhalla Aces again, as well. I know. I've seen you recently, Rival, and really taking on the Pathological Flyers. What did you guys kind of tell each other between game 1 and game 2? What did you guys kind of tell each other between every single game? Because it felt like every single game, you guys had to change something. You guys had to kind of talk to each other. It was always close. It was always stressful for you guys, and yet you're able to kind of pull off this impressive win. Tell me again, what did you guys kind of talk about in between these games to really keep that confidence going, or at the very least, to keep you guys thinking that this series is still very much within reach?
Well, we talked about how it was Jover.
That's about it.
That's literally all we said.
That's all you said, Rival?
That's all we said.
I mean, yeah. I can't really think of anything else I went over.
We didn't really talk strategy. We just said it was Jover, and then we kind of knew how to go from there.
Stuck with 98 and 78 points the first game for the whole entire game.
Well,
they literally just couldn't get over 100. Very upsetting.
Yeah, well, again,
but it got better.
I guess to follow up as well, again, there was a lot of overtimes in there, and that had to be very stressful. Game 2, Game 3 overtimes, those are the games that made the difference. Junior, those overtimes. Tell me, after the goals in both those overtimes, because that third game specifically was a long overtime. At least it was the longest one of the series. It felt like it was a long overtime for you guys. I'm sure all the defense you had to play. Can you just kind of tell me about those overtimes and what were you feeling when those goals went in? What was kind of the first thing you felt?
I mean, like they said, I still never had that Jover feeling. Like I was like, you know what? It could have been lucky. They're overtime goals. Like mistakes happen. But then after that, you said like that second overtime, and it went in. And I was like, you know what? I think this could happen. And the first game, like they scored a lot in the beginning, and so that was just kind of something that we could not get over, and we kind of just called it quits after that, and you could just tell by our gameplay. But like throughout the rest of the games, like you said, we did not change much or talk about much. We kind of were just still in high spirits, high hopes. We never were kind of like talking down on each other or anything like that, which kind of made the game a little bit more fun. I know for a fact that in my past teams, as soon as we lose 1 or 2 games, it's kind of like, oh, the spirits are down. Everybody just starts wanting to drown in their sorrows or whatever it may be. But, we were just having fun. Like you said, it's a ragtag team. Some people that just got to know each other. So, trying to keep the spirits high and see what we can do from that.
Well, the spirits stayed high, and you win week 1, the first of 4 weeks you guys have to play, and again, an incredible matchup. And I guess to kind of end off with a funny question here, Wall.
Yeah.
One of your past teammates is also in this tournament, and I'm sure you already know who that I'm talking about. Lilo's in this tournament
Kenzie's
too.
hot dog
And
water, bro.
Volkenzy is
I
also
hope
in this tournament as well. You're not wrong. You have a lot of pest teammates in this tournament.
Wait, who are the other past
Lilo's
teammates?
Lilo's also in this tournament.
Lilo's in here.
On BBBS. Yeah. So you have a lot of best teammates in here. I know Volkenzy's probably still in chat. So if you want to talk to Volkenzy, because I think Volkenzy's also in this tournament as well. Again, you got a lot of past teammates. Here you have Volkenzy from Rosetta Cuervo, you got Lilo from Team Ignition. You got a lot of scary teams. I just got a word from Thrifty, BBBS, Bikini. I think I need to find out what their team name is. They have a long team. It's Bikini Bottom, something like that. But again, apparently they won actually. So. Well, you got some fierce competition. Let's find out what it is. Bikini Bottom Bubble Strikers, and just like your team, they were one of the last ones to sign up. As well.
That's a W name.
It is. It's a mouthful though. But again, it was long name is Volkenzy. He's also in this tournament. He's on Soundwave. Oh, I think that team actually. Wait a second. I think that team forfeited.
Yeah, I think they forfeited.
Yep.
I was gonna say I think Soundwave forfeited.
Yep.
Well, that sucks. Well, you
I
still
do
have,
got stuff I gotta say to my past teammates.
Well, again, if
First
you want
of
to say
all-
something, now's the time is yours. Because again, technically, Lilo's in the tournament. Technically, Volkenzy's in the tournament too. I know Volkenzy's listening. So if you want to say something, now's the time for you to say it.
All right, so to my man's Volkenzy, I need everyone to know that he has to play like over 1,300 ones games this season. I need everyone to hold him accountable.
Yeah, I did see that.
And second, to Lilo, I challenge you to a 1v1. I will beat you by 6 goals.
Ooh, can we get that? I would love to see that actually on the stream. If we can somehow get a 1v1 on the stream, that would be a hype. That would be a hype 1v1. I'd love to see that. But again, calling out to the other teams here. I don't think you play Bikini Bottom strikers for the regular season, but you might play them in the playoffs. So we'll see how that works here. Again, a big matchup. Congratulations on your win. I was about as surprised as you guys were about that win, but hey, you guys get it. You start your season off well.
Damn.
It's a team of people who've never played before versus a team on Nola Flight. You can kind of cut with fun, but you make the upset. Upsets are always fun to watch. Again, congratulations on your win. Before you do go, we always end with this. I know Rival and War have been used to this. We always do shoutouts. We'll start with Rival. We'll go down the line. Rival, do you have any shoutouts you want to give here?
Yeah, shout out to how bad my comp games have been.
Rival is breaking
Whoa.
every single rule in the interview room.
Did you read the rules? He sends these to you before the game.
I didn't actually send it to him, but it's fine. I also don't mind. I don't care.
What? Okay. I won't swear.
No, it's okay, but I don't care. I don't care.
Shout out to the swearing.
We'll go.
On, man.
Wall's going. They're still going after each other.
Shout out to the rules, man. Shout out to the rules, because that's how we keep ourselves in line.
Shout out to the rules.
yeah.
50 saying Rival was watching his interviews. Yeah, trust me, Rival. If there's anybody who's known for breaking the rules, it's 50. He's done that a lot.
Oh, ban him. Ban
Get him out of here.
Ban the guy who runs the org that I'm partnered with. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. 50 is still here. I'm sure he's now heard that. But again, right? Wall's just left. Wall's just.
Wall doesn't like us.
He just wanted to shout out the rules, and that's it. He'll be done with that. Well, we're gonna go to Junior then, I guess. Junior, man, this has been a scuffed interview, but I absolutely love it. Is there anything that you want to end off this interview with? Again, congratulations on your win. Do you have any final words for anybody watching?
Shout out to my team, I guess. Like I said, we just made this team, and to beat this team who we were so, supposed to get dominated by, and getting the upset, Shout out to my team. Shout out to anybody watching the stream. Yeah, pretty much it. Just hope we can keep winning and keep showing who we are as Thrifty Ascent.
Well, congratulations, 50 Ascent. I know Wall's already left again. I think he has something he has to do. That makes sense. Well, just again, I'm gonna make sure that people know that. Anyways, again, congratulations on your win to Junior, to Rival, and to Wall. Congratulations. Have an amazing rest of the night. Hopefully, I'll get to see more of you guys in the future for the Black Lotus Fall Open.
Hopefully.
That was Junior, Rival, and Wall, the winners of the match tonight. One of the best team names I've seen. One of the best teams in the tournament. And what an upset that is for them. A 3-1 victory. That ends off the night. Thank you all so much for joining. Really can't say much else here as... Again, thank you all so much for this. As again, We're gonna get a raid going here. Again, thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your night. We got more action tomorrow here on the Spodia stream, so stick around for that. But again, take care, be well, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon.